What up? What up? Welcome to one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Yeah. So, we got some topics today, boy. I'm talking mad topics today, and we gonna get right into it. But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification. All right? So, man, how y'all feeling? I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling phenomenal. I'm feeling wonderful. Yeah, bro, I'm feeling good, man. I'm happy to be back again. Y'all gotta understand. I love doing this shit. I don't like it. I love doing this shit. I really and truly enjoy getting with you guys, running it up, having a real conversation, talking about these different topics. You know, even the way and covering it the way that I cover it, not being like everybody else, but covering it the way Courtney covers it. You feel me? So I love it. And for those with your boy, I appreciate you. Thank you. All I ask for you to do is to like and share. Now, if you decide to throw a super chat, it's definitely appreciated. It's not expected. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. I want to get into this topic, the first topic of tonight. This was supposed to be like one of the main topics, but I said, you know what? This would be a solid icebreaker. It is getting some wave, but y'all remember the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake? Y'all remember that, right? So, I mean, I don't know what side of the fence you on, but I personally think Kendrick destroyed Drake. Just saying. Completely destroyed him, right? Now, you got guys like Young Thug because he got rejected for a feature. He feel as if he want to start talking about Kendrick Lamar. Now, Young Thug, why you want to go and do that, big dog? Why you want to go and do that? How you going to be a beg and then turn around and start talking about people? What sense does that make? So, I want y'all to, don't take it from me, but I want y'all to hear it for yourself. So, this was a phone call that Young Thug was on in jail. There was a phone call because he wanted to get a feature with Kendrick Lamar. So, let me let y'all hear it. Because this shit is crazy. You feel me? So let's go ahead and rock out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Let's rock out.
The Racks with Kendrick. Future grocery bag. Say again?
I hope he do it.
So do I. I mean, well, even if you don't get...
He don't take no money, do he?
No. He wouldn't do that. But think about it. He does so few verses. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not just doing verses. Like,
right. But
the only other person that gets a Kendrick verse is Baby King, and that's like his cousin or his nephew or something.
Right. You getting all the damn verses to this nigga, man. What the heck you doing, crazy? All that fake. Oh, I ain't getting no rapper song shit. I don't be liking them type nigga like that.
Hold on, run it back. What'd he say?
All that fake. Oh, I ain't getting no rapper song shit. I don't be liking them type nigga like that.
Why?
You nigga too big. I don't want to do no feature. Why? Why you don't want to do no feature? Why when you want to do a feature for a superstar? Like you ain't like goddamn Street calling you for a song. You know, like
yeah. You
really got Lil Durk calling you for a song. Lil Baby, Thug, real superstar calling you for a song. Why wouldn't you do the song? We lit, nigga. We going number 1 too. Fuck you thinking? You know, it's just like I don't be understanding that type of shit. Supposed to be a nigga who bless a nigga. That's why them niggas will never be bigger than Drake ever in life.
Oh, okay. So you mad because he rejected you. You big man, huh, Young Thug? You big man because he don't want to do a feature with you. He did a feature with Metro Boomin. He did a feature with Future. So why is it that he didn't want to do a feature with Lil Durk, Yourself, and Moneybagg Yo, huh? Or Lil Baby? Why is it that he didn't want to do a feature with y'all? So you big man, and you thought money was going. Oh, you thought the money was gonna be the one that's gonna make him switch up and say, "Nah, I'm gonna take the money." Come on, big dog. And you said, "Oh yeah, why you would want to do it with a superstar?" What you mean, nigga? You forgot who Kendrick Lamar is, bro. Let's keep it a beam, bro. Cause y'all, I think a lot of people who really own Drake D don't understand. Kendrick Lamar can be that what Drake is if he wanted to, but he chooses not to. He chooses not to. He don't need to jump on the backs of you, little Dirk, little baby, in order to become hot, because he can do it himself. He's done many features. And just about every feature that he's done, that shit been top tier. And it been on point. Don't get mad, bro. How you gonna go from begging to now you want to talk down a nigga because he rejected you? Take your L, big dog.
They'll be bigger than Buddy. Buddy gonna do it right. Buddy fucking with everybody. You know how many niggas like Drake change? How many niggas can take care of their family because of Buddy? Just like straight fucking with you. Kendrick, goddamn, put a nigga on. Y'all niggas, you're a superstar.
Kendrick, nigga, put a nigga on. What you mean? I thought you was a superstar. Why you need Kendrick to put you on? I thought you was a superstar, dog. Why you need Kendrick to put you on if you a superstar? You shouldn't need a future. You shouldn't need a feature if you already a superstar, homie. Make it make sense to me.
You don't ran up you a few hundred M, but you ain't put nobody on though. You see what I'm saying? You ain't even put Keem on. Cause the shit you and him doing, this shit ain't really doing that. Put somebody on. It's okay to run you a few hundred.
You ain't put Keem on. That's his cousin, by the way. That's Kendrick Lamar's cousin, by the way. But if he ain't putting nobody on, why the fuck you trying to get a feature from him if he ain't putting nobody on? What sense does that make? Can somebody make it make sense to me? If you saying that he ain't putting nobody on, why are you trying to get a feature with him? Because you know you know that he got it like that. You know he got pulled like that. And so that's what you're trying to do. You trying to feed off the back of him. Just like y'all said that Kendrick Lamar was trying to feed off the back of Drake, but we all know that's cap.
But who you help though? He ain't really help nobody.
You crazy as hell. Cut it out.
You did all that shit for nothing. Nigga, you ain't help nobody. Nigga ain't really gaining no fans off of you. Keem ain't big. Keem love hell. Man, he can't sell no fucking ticket. Watch out. Like, man, watch out. I truly believe you do a song on me, Wham, Dirt, Moneybag, Savage. I truly believe we'll have your ass dope, trending, like, cause it's gonna be like people in the real world fucking with you. Not the goddamn, not the rap world. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be.
Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Niggas in the real world. Am I not in the real world? Nigga, I live in the real world. Nigga, this ain't the fucking matrix that I'm living in. I'm living in the actual world where I listen to actual fucking music. You just mad, bruh. Let me see. Cause it's just like a verse. It's just like this verse. Let me show y'all real quick. It's just like this verse right here. Look, and now that I think about this too, now that I look at it, he might be talking about Young on this situation. He might be talking about Young, but hey, it could be a reach too. But pipe down, Young. These some whole other politics. Bitch, I'm him and some bitch in him. Jose said bitch with him and some bitch in him. That's a whole lot of bitch. Don't hit him. He got kids with him. My apology. Get a child. It was Black and Miles with the smear now. Yeehaw, we outside. Woody about to kill him off. Blaps on blaps. It's a fact. It's a brick or raw. Tell me why the fuck you niggas rap if it's fictional. Tell me why the fuck you niggas fed if you criminal. Hey, Doc, can I get a draw? I'm like, nigga, no. I'm like, nigga, no. I'm like, nigga, no. So you big mad, Young Thug. You big mad. You want the feature. You thought that you was going to get a feature. And you ain't getting no feature. So now you do what niggas who don't know how to take rejection. You feel some type of way about it. Now you want to start attacking. Nigga ain't putting nobody on, man. That nigga ain't putting nobody on, man. Who the fuck Lil King, man? Who Lil King, man? Don't nobody know Lil motherfucking King like that. Nigga, I have real niggas up here liking fucking with you, bro, in the real world, man. Not just this rap world. What you mean, nigga? People fuck with Kendrick. He didn't need you to go viral, nigga. He did that on himself. He did that on his own. Did you not watch the fucking beef? This nigga was viral on his own. What are you talking about, Young Thug? You mad, bruh? You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? I can't argue with you. No, look at you.
Real players and cool bitches, lit bitches, and players and shit like that fucking with you. Some type of people ain't fucking with you. You gonna get like the real streets and the real people fucking with you. You gonna get the East Coast fucking. East Coast ain't fucking with you, bro. You really trying to keep all the blessings to yourself. You really trying to keep everything to yourself. You really sit in the studio and work on the album and don't put nobody on the album. Like, God damn, bro, you ain't gonna fuck with nobody. You ain't gonna bless nobody. Bullshit ass king. Like, but it's like, what the hell is you doing? You supposed to be fucking with me, wham, dirt. Sam, you supposed to be fucking with us. You supposed to be calling us like, hey man, I want y'all young niggas on my album. I'm on some player shit this time around. I'm on some player shit. Like, come on, man, god damn. I don't know though. Yeah, crazy.
Right.
Hopefully he do the song though. If he don't, I ain't really giving no damn.
This still be good.
Yeah, over good. Continue being rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue being rap, man. Stay supportive.
Yeah.
Put my album cover or something, man. Stay supportive, man. All that. I ain't posting no pictures, 6 years shit, man. Watch out. Nigga don't care about all that shit, man. Nobody don't give no fuck about none of that. I guarantee you, your first post you post, that motherfucker gonna do 1 million or 2 million likes. You can get on the internet 16 years. You not finna get on here and get no 100 million likes on your post. You're not Kim Kardashian, man. So whatever you call yourself doing with your internet, and if you just want to prove like, oh, I won't be on the internet, what is that proving? What they do? What you do? Instagram is meant for pictures, man. Post your picture, bro. Or just delete your Instagram.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's the rarity though, but man, have fun with that.
That's what you call a hating ass nigga, bro. That's what happens when you get rejected. When the nigga standing on his own too, when he can stand on his own too, it makes shit happen without features. Then niggas get mad because they want to get put on with them. That's what it really is. They mad because Kendrick Lamar don't want to do a feature with him. It is what it is, bro. If you mad because you know he like that. You mad because he know he like that. You saying that he's supposed to be calling you. Who is you? That's the problem. You want that clout, homie. You want that clout to say, yeah, man, I fuck with that boy Kendrick, right? You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that boy Kendrick. If you want to fuck with him. Just because he don't want to do a feature with you don't mean he got to do a feature with you. His angle may not be the same angle that you looking for, Young Thug. What you talking about, homie? Don't get mad because he's standing on his own too. If you want to go get a feature with Lil Durk. Go get a feature with Lil Baby. Go get a feature with fucking Moneybagg Yo. Go get a feature with Savage. Go get a feature with them niggas. Go do some more music with them. You don't need Kendrick. Since you a superstar, right? Since any post that you post is gonna do 2 million easy, why you need Kendrick for? What you need Kendrick for? Because you know he big. You know he big dog. You know he hot like that. So you want that feature, but because you don't get the feature, now you upset about it. Now you want to renege. Now you want to start talking shit like, man, I don't like them type of niggas, man. What you mean? He in his own lane, bro. He in his own world. Go do a feature with Drake. Since you on Drake shit, Drake gonna always be that type because he put niggas on, bro. Oh, you want him to put you on, but you say you a superstar. You the superstar. So how the fuck are you the superstar? But you need Kendrick to put you on. You saying put niggas on. What you mean put you on? Put you on the what? Put you on the what? That's what you want. Nah, you good. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane because guess what? Your true colors you just showed your whole hand, bro. You just showed your entire hand. Man, nigga take money. Man, I hope you do. Man, look, he should gonna do the feature, man. Y'all nigga, if you don't want to be on Instagram, man, just go ahead and take that shit off, bro. Like, why you on Instagram? Because he wants to. That's his nigga. Let this nigga live his life. Why you want to live it? If he want to do a feature, he'll do a feature. If you don't want to do a feature, keep it moving. Now you mad. Go on about your business. Go on about your business, Young Thug. Go on about your business, Young Thug. You act, bro. Go on about your business, bro. Go on about your business, fam. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification, dog. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Look, let me run off to this other topic. Hold on. Give me a second. So I want to go to this next topic. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how to do it with this Jubilee, man, without them copyrighting my shit. So I got to go all the way through fucking TikTok just to find the clips and shit that I want to talk about, that I want to address, without going on YouTube and actually listen to the Jubilee platform, because they always want to copyright somebody's shit as if I ain't doing a commentary on the shit. So I want to go ahead and dive into this next topic with Jubilee and Patrick Bet-David. I think this is some very informational stuff that's going on, and it kind of shines the light on the left and people who, you know, people who want the socialism to happen in America, who don't believe in capitalism, right? So there's gonna be 3 different clips. I'm gonna play 3 different clips, and I'm gonna respond to them. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into this first one, because I think this is critical. So let's dive into this one first. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
I think it's pretty comical that an elite such as yourself has the goal to tell us average Americans who's in poverty and who's not. A lot of times,
I was an average American.
You're not
I was
anymore.
A guy that was in poverty.
You're not anymore.
And you can also change. You can also change.
Anyways,
do you believe
you're
you
talking
can change?
down. A lot of times that the market for poverty is actually very low. So a lot of times, like $2 a day is the line for how they measure poverty.
$2.15. Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. So if I make $5 a day, I'm not in poverty. I can actually live. I can pay the rent.
Sure.
But we're talking about this country, right? We're not talking about around the world. I've noticed that you like to do that. You like to skirt from America and talk about other countries to try to make it look like we're better, but we're actually getting worse.
America's the greatest country in the world.
Anyways, it's the greatest country. We are at the highest that we've ever been with homelessness since we started collecting data.
Why is that? Ask you, are you from California?
We haven't had a pay raise since
California?
2009.
Do you live
here?
Our
minimum wage nationally is $7.25.
Okay.
And you wonder why we have the highest poverty rate. You think that capitalism's winning? Can you survive? Would you like to live off $7.25
I used to work for $4.25 at Haagen-Dazs.
Right.
Then I went and worked at Burger King for $4.75.
And how much do you make now?
Then I make millions today. Then I worked
and that's
at
why
Bob's
you like
Big
capitalism,
Boy.
because we're not all making that.
But
and that's my point.
A
millionaire is critiquing people in poverty and saying you should work harder. You should work. You know, you can be lean. We can't all be it.
My hope is that you believe you can change and improve, that you believe you can upgrade yourself. That's my belief.
And you know what? That's what rich people like you want to keep telling us. But you can be just like me. Do you want to be like me? If you work hard enough,
I'm not saying that.
It's not very realistic.
It's actually, you wouldn't be able to be like me because you wouldn't work that hard. Would you work that hard?
You don't. I'm not going to tell you. I don't have to answer that.
If you don't choose to
measure my I don't have to measure my work ethic to be worthy.
You
don't have to measure your work ethic to be worthy. What are you talking about?
Don't have to. Then you can't be upset for others who do so.
You can't be upset for people who are struggling.
No, because they work harder than you.
And that's what's wrong with capitalism. Because
but go back to the homelessness.
You have to work so hard.
Do you live in the state of California?
I do.
Okay, you said homelessness.
Yes.
What do you think about your Governor Newsom? What do you think about him?
I don't like him. I'm a progressive. He doesn't do enough for the people.
Do you know when he
takes corporate money?
Fantastic.
He takes money from people like
when
you.
He was.
He's not
I've never given him money. But do you know when he first became a governor?
Surprise, but
I would never give him money. But when he became a governor first, from then till today, he's raised the amount of homelessness in this state by 36,000 people.
Okay, you know, I don't like the guy, but he's not at fault for.
She just want to argue. That's what it is. She's not there. This is the problem with a lot of debates. This is the problem. Everybody has their own stance and belief instead of just actually sitting back and listening to the person and what they're trying to say. She just literally up there to combat and just argue. She got this aggressive tone. She started the entire conversation with the fucking attitude. Instead of going up there like, look, I got respect regardless if you disagree or agree with his takes and how his outlook on things, because you don't know the man personally. You don't know him. You haven't sat down and talked to him. You haven't had a conversation with him. You're only having a debate. And this attitude that you have because you feel some type of way, you already have this preconceived notion about who this man is. Like you already coming in with ill will.
For homelessness, people like you are, billionaires like you are the
gave
problem.
Him 24 billion. Taxpayers
I believe it.
Gave
I don't
him
like
$24 billion, and he didn't do nothing with it. And
vote
it
him
increased.
Out. Vote him out.
You
He's
vote
just
him
like
out. You have him. It's not that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to defend Newsom.
You can
but
go.
You're not much different than him. That's all I'm saying. You're in the same class.
But Newsom is a piece of shit.
You're sitting here blaming a person who's changed their lives for the better, and it's their fault. My dad was.
This is not the United States of Patrick Bet David.
Do you know
this
where?
Is the United States of America.
I know, and I'm so
grateful
to be here. I'm so grateful to
be
here.
You just prove you, but you're proving the point. Yes, this is the United States of America, where things are possible, where the impossible is possible, where you have the ability to do and become the person or anything that you want to fucking be. But you choose to live the life that you live because of your choices. That's on you. Why are you
willing to pay more taxes so that other people don't suffer? Are you willing to pay more taxes so other people don't suffer?
I am so grateful to be here.
I see you're skirting the question.
My dad was a cashier in Inglewood at a 99-cent store. We had nothing. No, I don't tell you that's great. We had nothing.
Well, I'm the guy that had
I'm the guy that had
I'm propaganda that you guys.
You ain't even trying to listen.
What you don't want to hear is that because it's the truth.
We cannot all be like you.
When's the last time you read a business book? When's the last time you read a self-help book?
I don't need to answer that.
When's the last time you read a self-help?
I wrote a self-help book. I'm a writer. I'm a creative.
Tell me what self-help book.
You wrote a self-help book, but yet you out here complaining back and forth with somebody who has come, I don't know, who've come from nowhere and made something of himself. Who's made something of himself, and you going back and forth about it, and you claim that you have a self-help book, man.
You read.
I'm not.
Give me one. Give me one you read.
Are
you willing to take one recommendation?
No.
You're not.
No.
She don't have anything. She just talking. Just to go back and forth. She just wanted to argue. She didn't have any clear points. She just wanted to go back and forth. She just wanted to, that's all she wanted to do. She just wanted to go up there to argue. That's it. Let's go to the next clip, man.
Why do you feel like the way you speak, you're the victim where all this happened to you?
Because I exist and things happen to you. And it doesn't stop, guys. Watch the next one as Patrick once again exposes the underlying mentality and what causes these people to act the way that they do.
What's the chances that any of you here voted for Donald Trump in 2024? Exactly, right? What is the chances that all of you here can't stand the phrase MAGA, Donald Trump, any of that stuff? Is that a fair assessment? Fair. Okay.
Yeah, so it's your point.
So think about it this way. So maybe you're right that the Democratic Party that's been earning your vote for a long time wants to keep you there because they'll have your vote for the rest of your life.
They have never earned my vote.
Who did you vote for in 2024?
In 24, I voted for the socialist candidate.
Who was that?
Claudia de la Cruz, I believe.
Who did you vote for in 2020?
I was actually not able to vote. I was in a hospital.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, because of results of capitalism.
That haircut
Tell
is
me more.
crazy.
Yeah, so I didn't have access to proper health care or even access to a proper job that would sustain me as a disabled person.
Are you comfortable being specific on what happened?
I
you
guess
don't have
so.
to if you're not
I mean, I'm also mentally ill, so that was something I had to deal with. But I'm mainly mentally ill because I am disabled in a capitalist country.
Tell me more about mentally ill. Who qualified you as somebody that's mentally ill?
Me and my doctor team.
Who convinced you that you're mentally ill?
Me and my doctor team.
What's the specific category of illness? Is there one? You know why I asked this question? Let me explain to why I asked this question.
So I don't even like the psychological industry. I don't really stand for like Sigmund Freudian politics or anything like that. So if you're going to debate the ethics of psychology.
I'm not. Where I'm going with this is going back to the same thing with if the money were to divide it equally, it'll end up being where it's at within 5 years. My trouble is, in many cases, somebody you and I look up to will say something to us that we choose to believe for the rest of our lives. Unfortunately, it could be something where you have ADHD, you're mentally ill, you're poor, you're this, you're that, and we get to choose to buy into that or not. And if you do...
So you're saying I'm not mentally ill or I'm not disabled?
Saying you are or you're not. I would challenge it to go a little bit deeper to see if there's anything you can do about it.
So you're asking me about my health. You're asking me about my disability.
I'm not. I will say we are in a market where, stay with me here, there is a market where there's profit to convince you to you have issues to take the medication because they're making money.
Yeah, but I don't have access to the medication. I don't have access to even a result or a solution to my disability as someone with a connective tissue disorder. It's genetic.
Have you been able to go to different doctors and get yourself tested?
Yeah.
See? You have?
Yes.
And in California?
Yes, but not enough. I can't find a specialist.
You can't find a specialist? I can't find
a specialist
for who I am.
Is there anyone in your
life that's willing to pay for a specialist?
Well, they could, or they would if they had money. But
would you be okay if I pay for a specialist for you to go see?
Yeah.
Would you take money from a capitalist to help you go see specialists?
I mean, yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm going to have you go see two. Where do you live in California?
Yeah.
I'm going to have you go see two specialists. But would you also be open to seeing somebody else I choose as a psychologist that may...
No.
You're not.
No.
So you
choose as a psychologist. You're choosing who gets to determine what my mental health looks like. No.
Okay. Then I wish you nothing but the best.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
See, when we talk about, you just got a prime example of somebody who just wants to be a victim. You got a prime example of someone who just wants to be a victim. You have this multimillionaire man who just offered. You were just complaining about y'all not having the money to go and find the proper specialist. You just said that out of your own mouth that y'all don't have that you don't have the money to do so. This multimillionaire just offered to pay for you to go get specialists and go figure out the things that's wrong with you. Then to add the cherry on top, he then offered to you to go see a psychiatrist. He offered to you to go see a psychiatrist that he'll of his choosing, and you said no. You said fuck no. Why? But you're willing to take his money though, which I'm pretty sure you was gonna take his money and not use it to go find a specialist. You was gonna use it on some other shit. And this is a prime example. This is a prime example of what we talk about. You just want to be a fucking victim, bro. You just want to be a victim. You just want to hear something. You just want to be fucking heard. You don't want to do anything. You just want to be heard.
Okay, that was probably the best one of all. That was just so telling. This girl states that she is sick and she's mentally ill. Granted, maybe she is. Patrick says, if you're comfortable, brought it up when she was up whatsoever. I mean, I is very...
What?
How do you feel like the way you speak, you're the victim where all this happened to you?
Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know what the hell just happened with that. All right, so let me go to this. Let me go to this next video. Let me go to the next video.
I think incentives are exactly the fundamental problem with capitalism. Is that you say incentives are what make it work, and I think that's the whole issue. Is that the primary incentives are either greed, amass as much personal wealth as you possibly can.
You think that's the problem? It's greed.
Yeah, exactly. And
like you're not greedy at all.
And like you said, survival.
Yeah.
Right. The person working 5 jobs, that they're doing that so they wouldn't want to do that if they didn't need to survive. But that's such a horrible dystopian world to live in. If someone has to work 5 jobs just to survive,
how did they get there? How much of that is on their decision making? How much of that is on their doing? How much of that is on the market where they're not finding ways to improve themselves?
It doesn't matter how much onus is on the individual. We want to create a world.
Of course it is.
No. See, we want to create a world in which people don't have to earn their right to exist, to live.
Okay, so here's the key word here. When he says we want to create a world where people don't have to earn their rights, their right to live. Somebody who is...
Why do you think so many want to come here?
I think the people coming here are coming from gang-ridden, corruption-ridden, violence-ridden.
You think that's just all it is? You think I came from a gang-ridden in Iran? I lived there 11 years.
I think the majority of, certainly coming from South America.
Most people come here because what you're doing to me, you're sitting across from me right now.
Right.
Millions of people are going to watch this. In America, you can call me out. You can say whatever you want.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen.
Right.
You're free and safe here, right?
Sure. Freedom of speech is
You can't do that in Iran. Of course it is. There's a lot of elements with America. You're talking incentive. The amount of benefits America offers against other countries, it's so much higher, where somebody with big dreams, incentives, they're willing to come and say, I want to come to America, please let me in. And some come and take advantage of it. But to say the individual that's working 3 to 5 jobs, if you do that for a season, if you do that for 2 years, if you do that for 5 years, fine. If you do that for 20, 30 years, you're doing something wrong.
Just a quick interruption, guys. Do not forget to smash that like button. Get this message out. back to you.
But the point is, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? Those are the inalienable rights. We shouldn't have to earn those rights. We shouldn't have to earn the right to health care, to earn the right. No, because we just want to live, exist. We can't work our blood, sweat, and tears just to survive. That's a horrible dystopian world that we live in right now.
Then what do you think we're here for? To just sit around and play video games? What do you think we're here for? To sit around and watch TV shows?
We're here to
sit and watch cat videos?
We are here to create a prosperous community, to lift everyone up.
How do you create a prosperous community? How do you create a prosperous community? Matter of fact, for you, how have you positively impacted a community?
I guess volunteering, food banks.
Volunteering food. I appreciate you for doing that. Have you created jobs for others?
Created jobs? No, I wouldn't say
Why
so.
have you not?
I haven't had the ability to do so.
Do you think it's easy or do you think it's hard?
To create jobs is probably hard, yeah.
Okay, so the people that create jobs, you think they should have a little bit of incentive for having risked their life savings, spend time away their families to create jobs so somebody like you can work for that company?
Sure, but that is
the incentive.
And bravo for them, but that does not give them the right to pay themselves $2 million bonuses while their workers are.
What the fuck are you talking about? You telling me that a person who decided to create a business, to start a business, build it from the ground up, scale the business, work their ass off, because what they say, what most people won't tell you is that entrepreneurship, you're not working a 9 to 5 no more. You're working 24/7. You're working around the fucking clock. When you're talking about building the business and starting from the ground, this is what happens. You start the business, and we talking about LLCs and all that. We ain't even talking about the back end shit. We just talking about just starting the business. You start the business, you start to work on the business, right? Because guess what? You don't have no employees. It's just you. You start the business. You start to work on the business. Not only are you working in the business, you're working on the business. So you're doing two things at one time, which is one of the reasons why you're working on it 24 hours, 24/7, right? You're constantly working on your business. Now, mind you, you still got to profit. You still got to bring in money. So once you bring in money, you got to make sure that all the expenses are paid to make sure that the business can continue to thrive and continue to keep moving. Make sure you oil the machine, right? Also, 9 times out of 10, it takes about 3 years for you to start profiting, depending on the type of business that you're going to. Some businesses are low barrier entry. Some takes a little bit more, right? But it usually takes about 3 years for you to start profiting, typically about 3 years or so. Now, once you start to profit, now you start to make a little extra money. What do? You don't take that money and pay yourself. Guess what? You take all that money and you put it back into the business. So the only way for you to grow is for you to continue to scale. And the only way you scale is putting money back into your business, correct? All right, bet. So now that you're making more money, you're getting more business, you're signing more contracts to bring more business in. Once you get to a certain point, you're able to start hiring people, creating jobs for people who don't have a job, right? You start to create that job. Now you're building the business and you're scaling it. Now it's getting even bigger. Now instead of just you working, and now you got 1 to 3 guys working with you. So therefore, you're able to take you're able to work a little bit broader. You're able to get more jobs done and work and get things done more efficiently, right? So now you're going to make a little bit more money. Now you're able to take more money and put that money back into the business again, right? And guess what you do? You continue to scale up. Now, instead of you having 3 employees, now you got fucking 15 employees. You got a 15 employees. You continue to rinse and repeat. Once you get to a certain point where now everything is taken care of and your business can thrive without you being in the business, actually working in the business, you can just be working on the business. Now you can pay yourself a salary. Now you're not going to pay yourself a crazy ass wage, because guess what? You still want to get to a certain point. You get to a certain point, right? You're paying yourself, let's just say 5%. You're paying yourself 5% of the revenue of the profit that you earn, because you're not paying yourself off the revenue, you're paying yourself off the profit, because you got to pay all the expenses first, including your employees, right? Once you get to that point, you get to a certain point, you continue to do the same thing, rinse and repeat. You continue to grow the business. Now you're at a point where you can pay yourself a significant amount. You still keep it at like a 5%, but that 5% is a lot higher now. Now you're paying yourself a phenomenal wage. Now you're making millions now in this business because you worked through this business. Mind you, this has been years that has been going by. You've had some wins, you had some losses. You've profited, you put money back into the business, you focus everything in your business. There have been some losses. You've been working in your shit 24/7. You sacrifice a lot of different things. You've worked your ass off to get to this point. Now your company is a multi-million-dollar company, and now you're able to pay yourself a significant amount of money. Who the fuck are you to tell me what not to pay myself? The business that I started, the business that I had put my blood, sweat, and tears is, the business that I sacrificed things for. Who the fuck are you to tell me what my business or what I should not pay myself? Boy, the nerve of you, motherfucker. The nerve of you. That's what I call first world problems. You gonna tell a person who built his own business from the ground up to tell them like, oh wait, why you shouldn't be paying yourself $2 million? Why the fuck not? It's my business. And mind you, I could pay myself more if I wanted to, but I choose not to because I want my business to continue to thrive. So I take a small portion. So I could think, instead of me paying myself $2 million, I could be paying myself $10 million. But I choose not to because I want to continue to have my business thrive. That's why we got to a multi-million-dollar company. What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't get to choose how much money I choose to make. That's not your business. That's my business.
Exactly. You do not get to choose what the highly industrious and creative aren't talking tribute their falls on the business owner. So if you want where his mouth is and really getting it beneath.
That's the problem. That's why I can't stand. It's always people in the Democratic Party, people who believe in socialism, all the leftists. It's always the leftists, bro. They always want a fucking handout, bro. Mind you, I used to be that person. I used to be the one that had the victim mentality. I used to, until I realized that, nigga, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Once I changed my mindset and I figured, I say, you know what? The government ain't got shit to do with me and my wages and the type of money that I make. The government ain't got shit to do with that. It has nothing to do with the type of money I make. The government ain't got shit to do with me going to learn a skill. Excuse me, that's on me. The government ain't got shit to do with me learning how to save money the right way. The government has nothing to do with me learning how, okay, well, I need to make sure I allocate my funds correctly instead of me just taking my money and spending it in places. How about I take my money and invest it first? I invested into the stock market. I invested into ETF. I invested into my 401k. I invested into my IRAs instead of taking my money and then going to spend it and blow the shit. Because now I got money that now I pay myself for. Boom, I put it into an account. I'm straight. Now I can do whatever with the other money. Or if I say I don't want to do nothing else extra, so I take a little extra dough and put it into the accounts. You choose a life. A lot of y'all, these are self-inflicted wounds. These are self-inflicted wounds that y'all have. But then you want the government to come save you because you decided to make the bad decision. You decided to go buy that vehicle knowing that you could barely afford it. You decided to go and put yourself in debt. You decided to go and swipe that credit card knowing good and well you wasn't gonna pay it back. And a lot of us are guilty of it. And we put ourselves in those positions. And then we talk about, man, I'm in debt up to my fucking head, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Instead of you saying you don't know what you're gonna do, instead of finding a solution to figure out how to get yourself out of it and slowly get yourself out of it, because once you in a lot of debt, it ain't gonna happen overnight. That's why you start to see a lot of people that start to go play the fucking lottery. They trying to find the quick, easy money to get. No, bruh. No, you put yourself in a situation, you can get yourself out. Don't be focusing on the government. Focus on yourself. And that's why Trump took away DEI. Like, no, I'm not gonna put you in the position just because you're black or you're a female or you're a part of the ABC community or you're handicapped. No, I'm gonna pick the best person of the job. And if you just so happen to be a black woman, cool. If you just so happen to be a handicapped person, cool. If you just so happen to be a part of the ABC community, cool. But I'm not gonna hire you just based off of DEI alone. Absolutely not. We ain't doing that. Stop trying to point the finger at everybody else. Look at yourself. Look at the shit that you're doing. Look how you live in your life. Look how you're spending. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's exactly what you do. You put yourself in these positions. A couple of times, I don't know if y'all seen it or not, Patrick Bet-David he offered one guy. He said, listen, I'm willing to give you an interview. You said that you filled out 477 applications. Mind you, if my math precedes me correct, that means you did an application every single day, plus some. Because it's 365 days in a year. So you mean to tell me, including the weekends, 365 days. That means an application a day that you did. And on top of that, you saying that nobody called you back. 477 and nobody called you back, bro. You got to be fucking shitting me. And then you're going to say, well, and then when Patrick Bet-David then said, look, this is what I'm going to do. I want to offer you an interview. Are you, first and foremost, are you willing to move to Florida? He's like, I'm Florida. I don't know. Okay, cool. He's like, well, listen, I'm willing to offer you an interview. Then the buddy turned around and said, well, well, how much are you paying? Well, I got to take a look at, I got to go and look at, I want to take a look into your business. What the fuck do you mean? You don't have room to worry about, to go and read about the business right now. Have the interview. You can talk about that later. Have the interview, accept the interview. Then once you do have the interview with the person, he can then tell you about how much he's going to pay, what all the things that are required and what the business is about. But you declined it. You pretty much shot yourself in the foot. Beggars can't be fucking choosers. If you can't find a fucking job, if you filled out 477 applications, and you telling me that you couldn't get a call back out of 477 applications, you mean to tell me that you got the audacity to sit here and try to question it instead of just saying, you know what, hell yeah, I'll take the interview right the fuck down. Matter of fact, fuck the debate. Let's have the interview. What's up? What we doing? And then mind you, let me go back to it so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. This fella right here. I can look at him and tell probably why he ain't getting no call back, if that's actually the case. Because there are many things that could possibly happen. Let me break some of that down for you. Some of the, if he filled out 477 applications, which I don't believe, but let's just say that he did. Some of those applications, true, they probably didn't call back. Some of them. Then there were some that did call him back. And guess what? They probably told him over the phone, what the business was about or what they were paying. And he said, nah, I don't want it. Right. Or he probably actually got the interview, went in, they saw how he was dressed, in that haircut. And it was like, nah, you probably won't be a good fit. So therefore they didn't call him back. Or he could have went into the interview and just fucking shitted over the entire floor, which basically what I'm saying is that he probably screwed up the entire interview, did a horrible job at the interview, and they also didn't call him back. Probably said the wrong thing during the interview that they didn't like, or you just wasn't a good fit. Things happen. I understand it, but you mean to tell me nobody wanted to hire you out of 477 applications? Yeah, you can lie, bro. You can lie to me, bro. You can't lie to yourself, dog. Straight up, straight the fuck up. You ain't finna gaslight me, bro. 100%. You're not. But more of the story, bro. A lot of these people, they need to stop. A lot of these people, they need to stop making fucking excuses. I'm sick of the excuses. 100%. I am tired of the excuses. I am tired of everybody always trying to blame the government. They want to point the finger at Trump. They want to point the finger at the state. They want to point the finger at the city. They want to talk about racism. They want to talk about they want to talk about conservatives. They want to talk about capitalism, but none of them want to talk about themselves and the decisions that they make, or their lack of to want to learn, to get better, to build their skills and figure out and be resourceful, so that way they can get themselves out of the position that they're in. So I'm tired of hearing them people, bro. Real talk. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell notification. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. So let's go ahead and go over to this next topic of the night. Miss Saadia Khan. For those of you who don't know who Miss Saadia Khan is what you would call, I guess you could say she's a dating coach. She's a dating coach. I'm pretty sure you probably seen her on TikTok or Instagram, giving these motivational speeches, a pretty attractive woman, therefore. But Shorty has been caught up in a little scandal because she talking about for her being a dating coach, she's a side piece. Oh! Shorty a side piece out here in these streets. So let's go ahead and dive into this topic, and then I'll give my thoughts. All right? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, dog.
Saadia Khan is some kind of coach for online dating, psychologist. She has a bachelor's degree. Some things came out about her.
What are you going to do about it? I'll stop it if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
So she's talking to a woman because she's fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see.
After. I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
This is the biggest scandal that Sadia Khan doesn't want you to know about her. She preaches on her page and on her content that she's a high-value woman. She can teach you how to attract a high-value woman if you're a man for thousands of dollars for one-on-one coaching. Let's see how much she values herself as a woman.
The main thing I would say to be a high-value woman is always you have ability to reject attention.
Babe, when can I have sex with you? You're so long.
Babe, when can I have sex with you? Oh, wait, what can I say? You're so long, I need a substitute. Oh, wait, it's mainly me. You just happen to be there. What?
I need a substitute. Oh, wait, it's mainly me. You just happen to be there.
The third step towards becoming a high-value woman, and this is genuinely so important, it's self-awareness. Now,
girls can choose any man, knowing Dubai, period. Who else has a side chick on his levels, and gives them no stress. Told you, I'm such a side chick. I'm such a sick side chick. Oh shit.
You can choose any man, knowing Dubai, period. Who else has a side chick on this level? Gives them no stress. Told you, I'm such a side chick.
No way. We can't have a normal convo without.
We can't have a normal convo without you talking about hoes, relationships, marriage, cheating, and murder. Heal, man.
What you talking about? Hoes, relationship, marriage, cheating, murder. Heal, man.
And then she says, "Welcome to Sadia." Hey, I appreciate that.
That's crazy.
That's only one thing that all women want.
And just to marinate, all right, won't be long. Get excited.
They just want to marinate. All right, won't be long. Get excited. Just for him. I'm not taking any more 11 p.m. school night D appointments. I still haven't caught up on the missed sleep. You had fun though. You don't know that. You don't know that might have what? You don't know that might have hated it. I'll leave my car running next time. No point switching it off. Well, you left my front door open. What the hell?
Just FYI, I'm not taking any more 11 p.m. school night appointments. I still haven't caught up on the missed sleep. You had fun, though. You don't know I might have hated it. I'll leave my car running next time, so point switching it off.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck his dick if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
I'm not going to lie. Well, the first line she said was pretty hot. I'm not gonna, I got to send that. I've seen this girl's videos before.
I haven't.
She charges like 8,000 USD for a 1 hour video call with her. Yeah, that much.
What?
So she does a lot of coaching. I actually looked up her website. Video call with Sadia, high value man program online.
Niggas really out here paying her for that. Niggas out here really paying her for that. They really out here paying her that much money. Boy, that is crazy. I hope it's working. I hope it's working.
Courses. Masculinity mastering. So she tells men how to be men.
But hold up though. On the contrary, considering the fact that she is a side chick, she probably understands a little bit and know how to listen, brother. If you got you a chick and you want to get you a side chick, I'm gonna teach you the game. She might listen, bro. Listen. That might be the case. That might be the case. She might be the one that can teach you how to get a side chick. Like, listen, bro, this is how you get this chick. This is how you have your girl, but at the same time, this is how you get your side chick. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just looking at it from an objective standpoint. I could. Come on, bro. We gonna be honest today. We gonna be honest. That's probably what she's teaching them.
Value man course. Cool. And she unwiped. She was like a permanent side chick. She likes that shit, apparently.
Jesus Christ, my God.
You want to know one of the funny parts, too? She tells women not to be attention-seeking, to value themselves, to treat themselves well, to not, look for like cheap attention online.
And then that's what she does.
No, there's like one that's really funny. Look at this shit.
Talking about problems is how couples fix their marriage, right? Nope. That's actually how most men push their wives further away.
So that's kind of like the mindset of a lot of men. What they don't realize is women.
You didn't see it?
Anything,
no.
Kind of like the mindset of a lot of men. What they don't realize is.
You see it?
No, I don't know what to look at.
Look at her midsection.
Get a lot of girls. That's kind of like the mindset of a lot of men. What they don't. Mindset of a lot of men.
You see it?
All of a sudden, like it changed.
She uses a body filter.
Yeah,
the waist filter.
It's
literally warping the area.
It changed.
Interesting.
But I'm not. Yes, a girl like that. That's exactly what they do.
No, but it's interesting because she's like, women have to present themselves well, do good. You know what I mean? Be presentable, not be attention seeking. But because her audience is men, even though she's selling psychology, she's selling sex. She doubles up as a side piece, little sugar baby, right? But even the men she's attracted to her coaching is because she's hot. And remember there was a video we did a while back about the Wizard Liz?
Yeah.
And how women follow her because she's a hot woman who says a lot of this goofy shit. The same thing with her. If this was an ugly woman, not a single man would listen to her advice or pay $8,000 for her coaching.
Yeah, just like an advertisement for the ab roller. And then he put this chiseled man, like everything chiseled and everything and stuff. And he does the ab roller. If you think the ab roller had anything to do with his chiseled plex, you don't know what it is. Yeah. This is a lot of other things.
I'll say this. I think every single coach I've seen online has turned out to be a scam or somebody who lives a really fucked up life. Every single time. I don't know how it's this consistent. If they have something they have to sell in terms of like, I have the answers, come here and get this coaching, they start to put on a facade. They have no choice. If people ask me like, oh, Abba, you're probably I have nothing to hide because I have nothing I want to sell you. I'm not coaching nobody.
No.
I know my own fallibility. I don't even
facts. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. That's why you got to be careful. Like, listen, bro, because once you try to sell something, of course, that's why you want to make sure that you're authentic as you possibly can be. You know what I mean? Because once you get to that point of you want to sell something, especially when you talk about coaching, life coaching, and finance coaching and all that shit, bro, you got to be living that shit too. That's why you start to see a lot of these cats out here who getting caught up because of them PPP loans, doing a lot of fraudulent shit. When you saw the real estate shit going on and popping off, all these cats going to jail. Y'all saw DJ Envy when he almost got caught up in that shit, but one of his friends got caught up in it, and his wife, I believe, his friend's wife as well, they got caught up in that shit. And what's crazy is I literally was about to take one of their courses to learn that shit. I was about to take it because I wanted, at the time, that's when I was doing wholesale real estate. I wanted to know what was going on. I wanted to try to get the end so that way I can start getting some deals done. All of that shit. I'm glad I ain't do it. So yeah, y'all gotta be careful, man. Y'all gotta pay attention. Make sure that sometimes you just gotta use your gut. Real talk. Sometimes you just gotta use your gut. It's like, nah, fam, I don't know. You doing a little too much, bro. Like you overselling this shit. I don't think you out here living your life that way that you say that you live your life. That's why I try to be authentic as I possibly can be, bro. I don't want to say nothing. We just having conversations. I want to build a community of people who rock with each other, who also want to level up in life. That's it. Straight up. Straight up.
I don't even know how I'd coach somebody else because I don't know you and I don't even know what the answer is for you. Right, and you can't give me the answers because you don't even know what issues I got.
But we're not.
I might not even be self-aware enough to know some of my issues. You can't see it.
We're not selling anything.
That's my point. When anyone gets online, they're like, "I have the answers. Come take my course." I promise you, it's been my experience. They all turn out to be frauds.
Yep.
Like she's telling people, like, "Oh, this is how you get a high-value woman." Blah blah blah. It's like, bitch, you can't get yourself a high-value man. You can't do none of the shit you talking about. You a side piece.
I mean, technically, she got a high-value man.
Not even, because her definition of a high-value man is someone who isn't promiscuous, who has self-control, who is disciplined, who doesn't, put his wife at risk. Meanwhile, she DMing the wife being like, "I'll suck his bitch. I can't wait," which is hot. Keep doing that. But,
bro, what?
I mean, no, if I'm the husband, fiance, I'm like, my life is ruined. I can't wait for head. But. Let me just stop imagining that. I can't. But yeah, it's just funny. And then you see like the body warping shit and all that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. How is it that these guys are all consistently frauds? It's impressive to me.
That's just because it works. It works at some point. How come the people from Primerica, the people from Excel or whatever those companies, those pyramid companies come back? It's a cycle. They come back. All those things, whatever they try to sell you, I'm gonna sell you a court to make a lot of dollars. I'm cool. You're not interested into being a millionaire? That's not what I said. I just don't want to do that. Well, I'll be in my front. These people come back every 7 years. It's like every 7 years, there's a whole cycle of these people coming back and trying to sell you a course to make more money. Financial advisor selling you more money, Visitless, whatever that is, and get more people. They always come back. They always come back because there's no people.
Yeah, shorty bugging. 1,000%. Shorty straight bugging. 1,000% shorty is straight bugging out here in these streets. How you gonna be a life coach telling niggas telling men how to become, how to get high value women, but yet and still you out here being a side chick? What they do that at? But again, like I said, she get behind closed doors. She probably teaching these niggas how to get side chicks instead. She probably be on the camera talking about, well, this is how you get a value. This is how you become a valuable man. This is how you get a valuable woman such as myself, X, Y, and Z. But behind closed doors, after these niggas pay $8,000, unless they busting her down, yeah. Unless they busting her down, she probably teaching their ass how to get a side chick. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I could be wrong, though. I could be 110% wrong, 1,000%. But it is what it be. It is what it be. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification, dog. So let's go over to this next. Let's go over to the main topic for tonight. Let's talk about the main topic for tonight. Miss Ayesha Curry. Miss Ayesha Curry is in the media again, supposedly making her husband look bad again. I haven't watched the video yet, but we're gonna dive into it in a second. All right. She was on the podcast show called Call Her Daddy, and she was talking about her life and how how she met Steph, and just her life and what she thought it was and what she didn't realize that it was going to be. She didn't know that the life that she loves now was going to be this life. So we're going to go ahead and dive into it, and then I'll give my thoughts and comments on it. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it, dog. Hey, appreciate you, Zarek. Hold on.
Dive into the Courtnee Edgar Show Super Chats.
Yo, Zarek, shout out to you for the 3-ball. Shout out to you for the 3-ball. I appreciate you. And made it just in time. Yes, you did. Just in time.
Yes. With keratin color, get rich, striking color, and forget about breakage. I love it. Keratin color by Schwarzkopf. What story will you tell?
Shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
Okay, rewind 2 steps.
Yeah.
Married at 22.
Yeah.
How did you know you were ready for that?
I didn't. I just knew that I loved him, and I'd never experienced anything else. I'd never felt any differently than this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And so we kind of just dove in. And
did anyone or you or Steph or anyone have any hesitations about we're getting married in our early 20s, or no?
No. And I say this all the time to our family. I'm like, you guys, 22. I'm like, you guys. I'm like, not a single parent. Nobody was like, hey guys, are you sure? Everybody was like, no, this is what's happening, and we love you, and it's gonna be great. It's just wow. Totally. When I really look at it.
Well, and again, because there are so many people that may watch this that are like, oh, 22 for them, whether it's because they watched their parents get married young or whatever, it was normal. But you, in the beginning of this interview, started by being like, girl, I didn't even think I wanted to get married.
Yes, exactly.
So it is a big deal that at 22,
it's a mixture of that and a mixture of there are levels to 22. There's different styles of 22-year-olds. But I was the naive, very young, unpolished 22-year-old. I didn't have very much life experience. And so it's just interesting.
Which is good.
It is, but again, I think like why I was excited to talk to you is because as women, there's just like so many things that happen in our life that we want to plan for.
Yeah.
And then obviously life just doesn't go as planned. And to hear you at a young age getting married, I think like, and knowing it was such a success, but it doesn't mean the whole ride was easy. Like that's what I'm excited to get into.
Yeah.
So like a few months after getting married, you just said you get
3 months.
Okay. What was going through your head when you found out that news?
I was confused because
How are you confused?
Because my OB said expected to take up to a year. And so I'm like, oh, in my head, I heard at least a year. I was thinking we were going to be like bar hopping. It's like, nope, you're pregnant and you're going to be very, very sick. But I'm so grateful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Of course.
But it was not on my bingo card.
And when all this went down, like, I guess now looking back, what advice would you give to someone listening of like how to embrace when your timeline suddenly changes?
Oh, there's no such thing as a timeline, I think is the bottom line. Things are going to shift. Like life is ebbs and flows. And you just kind of have to roll with the punches. Sometimes stuff's going to suck. But you can always recover. And I think it's important also, like sometimes you can feel like you're in.
You think so, Zara? You think so, Zyrax? You think she's regretting it? You think so?
Your own bubble or like feel isolated or like you're the only person experiencing that thing. But there's always like a resource. Or there's always.
Now friends can match and chat as a pair. Try Tinder Double Date today.
A community of people who are experiencing similar things.
Did you have like any friends who were in similar life stages to you at that point?
No.
They're like, babe, we're at One Oak.
No.
What are you doing?
No. Actually, all of our friends are like just now having babies, like the past 4 or 5 years. So we were the trailblazers.
What was the hardest part of being a young mom?
I think my identity. So because I have such an entrepreneurial spirit, not being able to call the shots all the time for myself was freaking weird. And then learning how to kind of reset myself to make it all work while still having a family was weird too. But it's made me really resilient and like a little gritty. So I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, like even thinking about how you said earlier, like once my daughter turned about 1, I was kind of looking around like, I love being a mom.
Yeah.
But I also have this other side of me that I can feel kind of wanting to come back up. And I think a lot of times women can experience like, or so I've read, because I'm obviously not a mother yet, hopefully. But like women can experience this like mom guilt of like, if I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this.
Therapy for what?
But what I realized is like, if you lose, like for me being married and like with my husband, if you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing? And so for me, it's always been important. I mean, I'm a little ADHD. So like I have 1,000,005 ideas. I have 1,000,000 interests. I'm very creative. I like to explore those sides.
It sounds like she's really tiptoeing around what she want to say. I could be wrong, but I think I kind of agree with you, Zyrax. It does sound like a little bit she kind of has some sort of regret that she didn't get to live the life that she thought she was gonna live. Because I think in the previous, I want to say, am I in the right part? Let's see. Let me go. Moving to the Bay, love at first, kids, first day, high school, meeting Steph. I kind of believe earlier in the beginning part, where she thought that she was going to be, you know, the one that was going to be the star, you know, acting and all these different things, while Steph was going to be a head coach in basketball. But that didn't happen. He ended up being one of the greatest to ever do it, right? So yeah, I think I agree with you on that. I do think that it sounds like a little bit of regret, but she's trying to tiptoe around it without trying to sound too crazy, or, you know, trying to embarrass her husband like she did before.
Of me, and I think it keeps me who I am to like my family and the people that I love, but it also allows me to have a certain level of confidence that I don't think I would have otherwise.
Right. It's like you grew up, like we've talked about, like having this thing that you were so passionate about. Yeah. And to lose that creative side of yourself would just mean that you're almost like doing a disservice to yourself, and then therefore to your kids and to your husband and to your relationships. Like that's who you are.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be, as women, we're always told, like, or at least it feels like people just try to have us be one-dimensional, and you can do more. Not that it's easy.
No.
But it's an option.
It's an option. Like I say all the time, I'm like, when men do it, they're like, oh my God, you're so multifaceted. Wow.
You're so
like,
talented.
What a renaissance man. And I'm like, why can't women do the same thing? Like, what is giving you the ick so bad?
Because okay, now we getting into it. Let me let her finish.
That you feel like I can't do these separate things, be good at them, or at least try to. Like what is the problem?
It is really frustrating. And then I think, thankfully, I feel like there's just been an uptick of people being like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do it. Even if it.
But here's the thing, though. This is the thing that pisses me off the most. A lot of y'all women have life on easy mode. You have life on easy mode. It's kind of, you know what? I got the prime example for you. It's kind of like how white guys they want to see what the ones who grew up in the rich lifestyle, the ones who never had to worry about gunshots or never even seen what that life is like on that side, never even experienced it, not even on the, like, that shit just don't exist to them. And then they hear rap music and it's like, oh, I feel as if I want to experience that. Why? There's no reason for you to want to experience that. And you got life on easy mode. Why do you want to go experience? Why do you want to go over there? For what? And so it's just like when women in these spaces right here, when you have life on easy mode, why is it that you want to go and do things? For what? You got everything. You got the life. You got women out here begging to have the life that you have. You want to go. Why? Why? Yes, I'm sorry. Life ain't fair. So there are things that men can do that women cannot do. Yeah, when men do things, when they're able to do multiple things, yeah, they're multifaceted. It is what it is. But when you look at a woman, guess what? When they tell you that, look, woman, you're a superwoman because you're able to juggle being a wife, cook and clean, and make sure that the home is a home. You're the reason why your husband is able to thrive out here in these streets. But I guarantee you it wouldn't be the same vice versa. It wouldn't be. See, you as a woman, you don't understand what it means to be a man. Y'all want men to understand you so much. Do y'all understand a man is supposed to have a purpose? Nobody ever tells a woman what her purpose is supposed to be. You just want to do it just so that way you can feel you can do it for yourself. You're not doing it for nobody else. You're doing it for yourself. But when men are out here doing it, they're not doing it mainly for themselves. They're doing it for their family, man. That's why they get the praise. But when you raise great children, your children are well taken care of. They're well fed. Guess who they applaud? Not only do they applaud the father, but they more so applaud the mother, because the mother is doing a great job. Their kids are wonderful. But when that kid is a fuck up, guess who they look at as well? They look at the mom too. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. Pick a side. Cool. If you want to go sense some sort of fulfillment, Go do it. But that doesn't mean that you need to get you want the praise. That's what it is. You want the praise. That's what you want. You want to be seen. You want the attention. I got it. Makes sense. You want the attention because your husband is getting all the attention and you want some of that attention on you because you were the one who thought that you was going to be the superstar and you're not. You wanted to be the one that's out here. You wanted to be the one that's the top dog. Why can't women just be multi? Because you ain't a man. That's why. It is what it is, bro. Take it for what it is. Because at one point there were men out here talking about, man, listen, I'm in my soft guy era. And a lot of women were going crazy. Oh, well, if you gay, just tell me you gay. It's like y'all want to be men so bad. You want to be so equal to men. You want to be able to do the things that men could do, but at the same time, you want to be treated like a woman. Nah, bro, you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side, bro. You can't have it both ways. Pick a side. Which one you want? Do you want to be the princess? Do you want to be the one that's taken care of? Or do you want to be the one that's out here getting it and you want to be the one that's called multifaceted? Then next thing you know, you're going to be the one that's called masculine and you can't get a man. Pick one. I don't know why she feeling that way. She got money. She can still do whatever it is that she feels that she missed out on unless she wants to experience dating, which I don't know why she landed the dream. And that is my point. That's exactly my point. You got everything that you can possibly ask for and some. That every woman, that's a dream. That's a dream life for any woman. And one of the people that we always got to look at as a great representation of that is Savannah James. Great representation. She's not over here on podcast talking about, well, why isn't that women can't do this? Why is it that women? She enjoys being a fucking mother, bro. She lives in that shit. She dwells in that shit. She embodies that. She embodies that lifestyle because she understands she is good for the rest of her fucking life. Yeah, we seen her podcast, but it really ain't hitting no shit because don't nobody really care. Nobody's checking for Savannah James to hear what she has to say in regards to topics that's going on out here. But when you look at her kids, when you look at her family, look at everything as a whole, they look at her like, damn, bro. She got it. She making shit. She taking care of the household. She's at all of her kids' games. She taking care. Like she's doing her fucking thing as a mom. And I'm not saying that Ayesha Curry isn't doing her thing as a mom either. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, like, what is it? What is it that you need to fulfill in order to go out here and be seen? For what? You still get seen. Anytime you're with Steph Curry, they see you too, nigga. They see you too. You don't need to have the same fame that he does. You don't. I guess some know how to count their blessings and sadly some. I guess so.
It pisses all of you off so much and it makes you uncomfortable to see a woman succeeding.
It don't.
Deal with that.
Yeah.
No, and mind you, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let it play some more. But no, it don't piss men off. But what does tick men off is not the fact that you get success or you get visibility. It's the fact that things that come with that. You then think that you are deserving. You then think that you are equal or so. You then think that you're better than. That's typically what happens. That's the shit that men talk about. Nobody cares if you're successful. Men applaud you. If you're great, men applaud you. They say, hey, bro, dog, she tough. I rock with her. But then when you start to use this propaganda and you start to push an agenda, oh, well, I'm a woman, hear me roar. No, that's when it becomes an issue. That's when it becomes a problem. It's like, hey, bro, here we go with this women empowerment shit. Here we go. Like, nobody needs to hear that. If you're great, you're just great. You just so happen to be a woman. Why can't it be that? You just so happen to be a woman. You're great. You're doing phenomenal. No man is gonna hate on that. If you're doing great, you're doing great. I'm gonna give you your credit and I'm gonna give you your props. I'm gonna give you where it's due. But when you're trying to look for it because you want to get the same praise as a man, or because you're trying to be in competition with the man, it then becomes a problem. Your success ain't got shit to do with nothing. It's the things behind that. It's the things that's under the surface that men have a problem with. It's like, why is it always you got to come into a male space, and then when you in the male space, then they say, no, we got to adjust to you. Like, no, nigga, you adjust to us. This is a male dominated space. I'm not gonna tiptoe around you because now that you're in my space. No, if you want it, you will have to get it out the mud like we did. There ain't no easy hand. You ain't getting no easy handouts. You ain't getting none of that shit. You're gonna have to put in the work just like everybody else, and it's gonna be fucking hard because there's a lot of dogs in here. It's some big dogs in here. You're gonna have to put in the work, and you're gonna have to earn it.
On your own side, because I'm going to keep fucking pushing. Daddy Gang, hi, it's me. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Shopify.
Same as this chick.
Okay, growing unwell, I will say, has been a game changer for me. So, and then part for me is that there are a lot of people.
I'm going to play a little
Keratin
bit.
Color by Schwarzkopf.
Do you think I look good as a brunette?
Yes. With Keratin Color, get rich, striking color, and forget about breakage. I love it. Keratin Color by Schwarzkopf. What story will you tell?
People in sports that don't obviously have to go through as much of the conversation around like fame and spotlight as you and your husband have had to. How did being in the spotlight impact your relationship in the early days? Because you guys didn't know how to handle it.
It's a double-edged sword because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them and then put in the work to stay in the room. But that, I think, would be the elephant in the room, is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I also always thought, like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like, he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just like, it was weird. And sports fans are so different than like maybe entertainment world fans. And oftentimes it's like very ruthless. And so I think I wasn't expecting that either. I remember like one time right after my first was born, she was whiny. So I was like, let me just nurse her in the back seat. And Stefan was putting a bike or something in the trunk. And this woman like opens the car door and she sticks her head in and she's like, I just wanted to see the baby. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. And she looks me dead in my face and goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And then like shuts the door on me. And I was just crying because I was like postpartum. I was just bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, what? Like, is this what it's going to be like?
Wow.
And so that the beginning phases were kind of scary for me.
And as a woman, like, did you ever experience any type of like direct scrutiny over just like you or what you looked like or how you were acting?
Oh, all the time. I feel like I still do. And that's okay. But
how did that impact you though early on when you were like, I'm still not equipped to handle this? Because now you're like seasoned. Yes, it affects you, but you now have the tools of like, I've been here before. I know exactly how to handle this moment.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt.
It was so depressing. And also it was during that time when this like social media thing was just ramping up. And so people were going buck wild. And just spewing opinions on things that didn't warrant opinions. And so I think for a while, I was very critical of myself because of the things that I was seeing.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight. But like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, But he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why are you? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the issue too, bro. That's the issue too. Y'all gotta figure y'all own shit out sometimes, man. If you claim that men don't understand what you're going through, or we just don't see it from your perspective, and look, we'll give you a solution. Like, bro, stop worrying about it. We'll tell you, look, bro, that ain't true. Keep it pushing, man. Don't worry about that. But you just gotta understand. No, I don't. Let me be honest. Let me be clear about this. I don't care to understand because I think it's dumb that you worrying about what the fuck somebody else is saying. You know the same motherfuckers that's saying shit about you wish they had the life that you had, and they would trade places with you at any given fucking moment. Why the fuck you worry about what they talking about? They gonna talk. You can be dressing perfect. They gonna say something. You could be in the best shape. They gonna say something. You can be the prettiest thing walking. They gonna say something. You could be doing great in the community. They gonna say something. People gonna always have some shit to say, bro. It's like, just move the fuck on, bro. Control the controllables. Control the controllables. You can't control what other people say about you. You can't. People gonna talk regardless. They gonna talk, so just move on. But you don't understand. It's just when I see it, I just like, how can people be like this? Because some people are just fucking evil. Some people are just fucking evil. And so they project their life and they project who they are on other people. It's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. Move on.
Listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
Right.
I mean, that's so men where you're like, no, wait, but I want to talk about it for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Can we just sit down and they're like, do you want me to solve it for you?
Yeah.
It's not real. We both know it's not real, blah, blah.
He's like,
no.
Go to bed.
Go to
For real. And you know how selfish that is too? Like, bro, I don't want to sit here and talk about this shit. We could be talking about something else that's productive. This ain't productive at all. None of this is productive. It ain't. After we get done talking about it, guess what's going to happen? What's going to get resolved? Nothing. I'm asking, and then what have we learned? And then next thing you know, the same shit happens a couple days later because you heard somebody else say it. No, bro. Nah, bro. No. So look, let me go to this other video real quick, and then that's still talking about this Ayesha Curry. I came across it on TikTok that this guy was speaking on as well. I want to hear what he got to say about it.
About her, Ayesha Curry is back on social media talking about how she hates Steph Curry. She was just recently on a podcast and she talked about how she actually never wanted to be married. She never wanted to have kids, and she always saw herself as a career woman, etc.
Well, from what I remember, I don't think she said she never wanted to. I think she said that she didn't expect it to happen the way that it did. She just didn't see it in the cards at the time. So,
etc. Which I get it. You know, people have visions for their own life, and when they get in relationships, sometimes they have to compromise. But my thing is, why 10 years later talk about it to the world? I get people need to get stuff off their chest, but it's just a better way of going about it than constantly embarrassing your husband. Like, every time she opened her mouth, she embarrassed this man. And then here come all the women in the comments. Oh, she's so brave for saying things that a lot of women want to say. Like, there is a way of discussing things without disrespecting and embarrassing your partner.
Or just have the conversation with your husband. If you feel in some type of way, just have the conversation with your husband. Why do you feel as if you need to go on a public platform where there's going to be many people who are going to see it, and they're going to give their thoughts and opinions? They're going to give their reaction videos. They're going to talk about you like a dog. Some of them are. Some of them may be objective about the situation. Some are going to be biased. Some are going to be on the fence. Why go on a public platform? If you feel that type of way, talk to your husband about it. You're a representation of him, whether you believe it or not. You are a representation of Mr. Stephen Curry. You are a representation of him. So you're supposed to be an extension of him. Now I get it. You know, you just telling your backstory. You know, you just look, yeah. You know, I didn't see this. I didn't see my life this way. Cool, I get that. You ain't really shitting on him. You just like I didn't necessarily see it my way because everybody had a dream. Everybody had a life so sort of planned out, or what they thought their life would be when they were younger, before things started to spiral and things went different ways. Understood. I understand that. I wouldn't consider that shitting on your husband. But then when you start to get to other topics, like, hey man, you treading, hey, listen, you playing on dangerous grounds. You playing on dangerous grounds. I'm gonna need you to be quiet. But all in all, from my objective opinion, from what I've heard so far through the clips that I played, I don't necessarily think she was shitting on the husband. I don't think she was necessarily shitting on him. I don't think she was talking bad about him. I don't necessarily think that she was she said anything outlandish like she did before, you know, about men looking at her. I don't think she said anything in regard remotely close to that from what I heard. So I mean, I think we're good, but I'm gonna listen to it a little bit more just to make sure I ain't miss anything.
Sleep. You're like in the bathroom brushing your teeth. You're like, another thing. You like pop out. He's like,
quite literally.
Can you share like something that was said about you in the early days to just like paint the picture?
Gosh,
no one
putting
knows.
me on the spot. Okay, this one's kind of funny.
Okay. Okay. Now it's funny.
This one's kind of funny because at a certain point, like I do have a round face.
Oh my God.
So like at a certain point, this was true because I was a little weightier. But there was this thing going around that said there's two things. It was like that I look like SpongeBob's mom. Just look it up after.
Okay.
I felt that way. So then seeing it, I was like, damn. Damn.
No.
What else? I think because he's like known for shooting threes, people will say something all the time like, oh, he shoots threes on and off the court. And I'm like, come on.
Well, first of all, 3 plus like a million. Like you were like so fucking stunning and gorgeous. Like
sweet.
I don't need to say that to you, but I have to say it because it's also like the people that are writing it are probably threes, but not you. But also I feel like it's funny to see any athlete's wife, everyone just first goes for their looks and they compare it. It's
strange.
Crazy.
It's so
crazy.
Strange.
That online conversation is so tired. Like immediately just judging a wife of like a man that is well-known and famous. Doesn't even have to be sports. It can be entertainment, actors, whatever it be. It's always at the looks. And it's like,
now, friend.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do that because if they've never seen their wife before, and then you know they already have this vision of this person or what their wife would particularly look like, and then it don't meet the expectation of what they thought that woman would look like, automatically they're gonna judge. I mean, that's all. Again, you can't control. You can only control the controllables, man. You can't control what people are gonna say and think. So those are things that you just gotta pay attention to, bro. I mean, you can't really be mad at it. You're like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers are weird. that's about it. That's all you can say. These motherfuckers are weird, dog. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification. I want to go to this next topic with Cooley, because I guess a lot of women on the platform, and it looks like a new setup for Cooley too. I'm not sure. I haven't watched any one of his videos in a while. But hold up, before we get into it, let me read this message. But the thing she says doesn't realize how somewhat negative. Yeah, I agree. It does have some negative implications on it. To an extent, it kind of seems as if it could be seen as she's kind of shitting on him a little bit, you know, just kind of like, I guess you could say throwing a little salt on it, like, It's like, hey, what you mean by that? So are you saying that you regret marrying me? Or are you saying that you wish that it didn't happen that soon? Like, what are you saying? So it could be taken as that. I see what you mean, for sure. But let's go ahead and get into this topic of the Cooley situation. He had a panel of women, and I'm not sure what the conversation is about. It was sent to me, so I said I'm gonna talk about it. And so let's go ahead and get into it, and I give my thoughts and opinions. All right. Damn, but hold up though. All right, let me say something. Sometimes you can look at people and tell how some shit gonna go. Just sometimes you can just look at the people's appearances sometimes and you can see how shit gonna go. Now, I'll tell you what I mean after we experience it. Again, I haven't watched this video, but I believe something gonna happen. But we gonna see. Let's get into it.
Oh, babe, that thing's coming in, babe.
But think about this. You getting all this Apple Pay. You don't respect these guys. You got a man. We know that you don't respect them.
That was our old conversation. That's his old number.
But that's fair enough. But I'm saying
and he made it into the man position.
That's one of the old phones.
Okay, so it's a little that man made it into her man position by sending you all of that Cash App. So he basically bought your love.
No, it wasn't about the Cash App. It was the way he moved. It was the pressure that he applied. It was how he came forward and showed her with actions that her
show
is
that
what he
again.
wanted.
Put that on screen.
No, they're not ready for that.
Yo,
Y'all good.
Shorty just showed her phone. Time out.
Old numbers. I got it right here. That's how it's.
Now let's make sense of this real quick. You just showed it. Shorty showed her phone, right? Her phone screen with all of these messages of her current man sending her all of this money. She just claims that it was from before they got into a relationship. So this insinuates that he bought your love. This is a simp. This is a dude that was tricking on you.
No, that was, I want this. Okay, here you go. Boom, take care of it. I want this. Here you go. Take care of it. Handle that. I want this. All right, boom. It's not, oh my God, you a gold digger. Oh my God, you keep
and my
asking.
question for you
is, my God, you're so needy. No, here you go, babe. What you want? All right, what else?
My
That's
question is this.
That's
very
a queen.
simple.
That's
you
treatment.
No,
that's energy. That's what guys need to start doing.
Indeed.
Cause y'all be y'all not gonna.
No, he fucking tricking on you. No, niggas ain't just finna be spending money on you just because. No, you need to hear no too. I don't give a fuck if you are my princess. You need to hear no too. Princess get no's too, nigga. You don't always get yeses. Absolutely not.
With that money, spend that. Bitch, yeah, it costs to be a boss. Ooh. Like, I'm not gonna listen. You're not messing with a little girl.
Keep talking.
I'm not a little girl in high school that you want to take me to Starbucks or this and that. We got kids. We mothers. Okay,
you can take me to Starbucks, but I got bills.
Exactly.
I don't mind going to Starbucks.
Like,
I actually
we
love
drive
Starbucks.
cars. We got expensive cars. My rent, all of this. Like, come on, I got a doorman with a
Let
gym.
me ask you a question.
And
Like,
I understand
what
the
are
men
you
got
talking
those
about
bills
right
as
now?
well, but it wasn't me looking for you.
I got you. Yeah.
That's how you eliminate men. Listen, ladies, y'all want to eliminate men? This is what you do. Okay.
Tell us how.
Listen, eliminate a mofo 101. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Number one, ask him for your hair and your nails before the first date. Babe, all right, I'm about to go do this. Boom. When's the day? All right, boom. Well, if he send it, he's for you. If he don't send it, no tapati. Period.
If he sends it, he's truly interested in
that. If he sends, that's fine. That's fine, babe. You can pay for your own stuff then.
That's called tricking. That's called tricking.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I don't give a fuck how much money I got. I'm not tricking on you. I don't give a fuck how good you look. I'm not tricking on you. I'm not spending no money on you. If you hit me with it, you can call me broke all you want. I'm not tricking on you. You ain't worth that. You ain't even earned that shit yet. The fuck I'm finna pay for your nails and hair for? Who the fuck are you? I don't know you. And you don't even know me enough to even ask me for my money. What the fuck is wrong with you? What you think this is? Go and get you. Yeah, you right. The nigga you got is a sucker. 100%. He a sucker. You call it what you want. I ain't listening to no one gonna sit here and tell me, oh, well, yeah, bro. If he need to see, to weed the men out, he need to see you money first. Boy.
All means. Listen, I'm very independent. I work for mine.
If you're independent, stop asking for money.
I'm tired of being that independent. Every single time you paying it. No, make me feel special.
Some of us don't need it. We just like it and want it.
And not only that,
earn it.
But it feels
damn
good.
And not only that, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yes.
So if you there struggling, you're using up your credit card, you're using up this, you're going into your savings, no, ask him. If he's a generous man,
outside with a
no, he a tricky nigga. I'm a generous man. I'm a very generous man, but I also know how to tell you fucking no. I would tell no. For what? No, I don't know you. Yeah, I walked up to you and I told you I wanted to know because I want to get to know more of you. But why are you asking me for my money? Why are you asking me for my money? I ain't even asked you out on the date yet, and you already asking me for money. What the fuck you mean? You independent. Why you asking me for money? Why you asking money from a man that you don't know? Because guess what, sweetheart? If I ask for money and I say, if you ask me for money and I say, nah, I want some box, what's up? Then you're going to look at me like I'm crazy, right? Exactly. You're going to look at me like I'm crazy. But you think it's okay for you to ask a man that you barely know for money to pay for your nails and hair. Girl, you better get your ass out of my face.
When it's a generous man that got it like that and he's financially stable, he's
ratchet.
like, okay, here, sweetheart.
He's ratchet.
That's it. No comment. Oh, you worry about that? No
Ratchet.
problem.
It's not simping. It's not tricking.
So
It's taking care of what you want.
the first date,
I'm done talking
on the
about
first date, the man has to do all of this. He has to come out of pocket. He has to pay for your hair and nails. He has to do all of these things to get a date with you, right? What does this mean?
Got the date.
Let me finish my point. He has to do all of these things to get a date with you. From what you said, hair, nails, pay for all of this stuff, send you money on your Cash App. What does he get in return?
My time, energy, my consistency, me taking away time from my child for me to be with you. Listen, I'm a mother. I'm not going to take away from my son.
Real quick. You just answered it. He gets a woman that has kids with another man,
and he has a daughter, and he has a daughter too.
He gets a single mom,
and he's a single dad.
That is not a flex. He gets a single,
educated one. Excuse you.
That's fair enough.
Highly educated.
Maybe we don't care.
Enrolled in her master's degree program. Okay, you don't got a little girl
that she got debt.
Doesn't have her that has her GD.
But I guarantee you, she got debt. She got student loan debt. I guarantee you, while she telling me I'm going into my master's degree, ask her what her master's degree is. I guarantee it's probably psychology. I guarantee you it's probably psychology.
And barely making it.
That's very
on the
good
train, hopping the train. Like, no, I live in the projects. Not to say it like that. I'm from here too, but I don't live there no more.
I don't think kids disqualify you, and I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Real quick. I'm not saying that. So what I'm saying is,
at all.
And whatever you got going on, and I think you said that you're going for your master's degree and stuff like that. Am I correct? I remember. Good for you. No one's like knocking on what you got going on.
You did
for
when you say he's going on a date with a single baby mom.
No,
like,
what I'm saying is listen to understand, don't listen to reply. Because I was speaking, but you guys cut me off. I let it go, but now we got to get some decorum. Anytime I'm speaking, just respect the platform and let me get a word out. I'll let y'all get it off because it's fun. I kind of enjoy it too. But let's have some decorum as well. Like when you're saying these things that the man has to do all of these prerequisites, these things prior to, these things before going out on a date with you. He has to pay for your hair, your nails. He has to do all of these things, send you Cash App, send you money, and then he gets a date with you. And then your answer is, what does he get? He gets a woman that has kids. He gets a woman that your time, attention, he gets to see you. That's nothing. One, the kids is baggage. The other things is is all intangibles. We're speaking about what's tangible. What he's giving you is something that's tangible. It's physical in the material world. He's giving you money. He's giving you things to get your nails done, your hair done. What does he get in return that's tangible? Not, my attention. Is attention tangible? No, that's not tangible, meaning that it isn't equal. It isn't an equal value exchange. Money, it takes time and hard work to make money. He's literally giving up his hard-earned working money to you, and you didn't earn it. So even when we get back to the conversation, when I say, well, what's easy is not respected. No one respects anyone if you didn't earn it. It's embedded into human nature to have this, to be repulsed, almost like, well, you didn't earn it. So it's like, I can't really respect you. But if you did earn it, I respect you. Meaning that the relationship can never be truly genuine. The man that you chose, I'll just go ahead and say it. That nigga is a simp. You got him in the customer zone. He's paying for your love. If he makes one false move, he's out the door. I'll guarantee you'll break up with this nigga. He would have to pay for your love. He would have to pay for your love for you to stay with him.
You sound
which
passionate.
is not genuine.
You're yelling.
I mean, I'm speaking as loud as y'all was.
I think that any man that thinks that's in the dating world that thinks that a woman with children is baggage shouldn't be dating, and I think that that's an insult to motherhood. A woman with children is not baggage. So you saying that sounds very insulting. And
How is it insulting?
It is because are you a father?
I am a father.
Okay, are your children, are your two little girls that you have back at home that you care very much about, are they baggage as well? They sound like it to me.
Well, no. Well, how can my kids be baggage? What do you mean?
Right. So if I was dating you, and I don't have any kids, and I was dating you, would you be?
Why do women always play on terms? Fam, baggage is baggage. It can be good baggage. It can be bad baggage. It's baggage. It's extra baggage. It means that's extra stuff I gotta worry about. It's extra stuff that's on the plate. Extra baggage. That's what it is. If you got kids and you're single and you decide you want to date somebody and that other person doesn't have kids, yes, that's extra baggage that you got to worry about instead of just the baggage that just comes with the woman and her traumas. Because traumas is baggage too. Traumas are considered baggage. Anything that comes along with you is baggage. You know how you get on the plane and you got that backpack on and then you take that little carry-on as well? That's called baggage. That's what you carry on with you. Why do you feel, yeah, I get it. It's a human being. You don't want your kid to be seen as baggage, but I'm sorry. The reality is that's what they are. It's baggage. It's extra baggage. No matter how you look at it or how you spin it or how you cut it. It's extra baggage.
Should I consider to disqualify you because you have kids?
Okay, I see what you're saying. If I was single, well, the difference is this. Let's go ahead and have this conversation because maybe you ladies can learn a thing or two, right? So the difference is a single man with kids is much different than a single mother with kids. Because in the relationship dynamic, the man is the protector and the provider, generally speaking. And most women want the man to protect them to provide.
Correct.
So if a woman has kids and that man is entering a relationship with that woman, at some point in time, he would have to provide tangible things for that child. The difference is it's not the same in reverse. If the woman is dating a man that has kids, the man does not expect the woman to ever pay any tangible things to his child. That's the difference, meaning that it's baggage. Not only do I have to pay for you, I have to pay for your kids as well. That's why it's baggage on the woman's end.
I think sometimes tangible things also have less value, not less, but things that are not tangible have the equal value to things that are tangible. Sometimes you're just putting it in a sense of, well, finances. I'm paying you money. You're seeing it. This is money. You could hold it. You could touch it. Maybe what I'm giving in return is as equal value. And it might not necessarily be finances, my body that you could touch, but what I can provide, it could be at an equal value.
No.
To a lot of men. Some men may not have peace. Some men may not come home to a warm house with good food, with a caring, loving woman.
No, because 9 times out of 10, y'all ain't even living together. Don't even dare come with that shit. Don't you dare. You ain't living with, nigga, we talking about just meeting the person. You aren't living with them. You got a kid. You got to get to that point first. And according to the other chicks, you gotta pay for shit in order to get to that point. So no, it ain't working like that. No, you better be giving up something tangible. Out the gate, if I'm giving you money, you better give me something back tangible. And you better figure it out fast. But no man should be tricking anyway. Any chick that sit up here and tell you whether you got it or not, because I hate the fucking saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. That's stupid. Yeah, it's still tricking, nigga. Like you just got money. It's still tricking. What are you talking about? Don't do it. Don't do it. No. If she want it, you gotta listen. Tell these start having standards for yourself, men. I bet you want this. Guess what? You gonna have to earn it. You gonna have to put in the work. If you want my resources that I work my ass off for, that I gotta work these 8 to 12 hour shifts for, that I gotta wake up early in the morning to go to, that you ain't gotta worry about doing, and you asking me for my money, guess what? You finna earn that. The same way that I earn this money, you finna earn the money too. What you talking about? You finna put in some elbow, girl. You about to put in some sweat equity. What are you talking about?
And I'm not providing you anything tangible, but I am providing you security, love.
Okay, so you're saying that sometimes the intangible can be as valued as the tangible.
Absolutely, that's
what you're
exactly
saying.
what I'm saying.
And then you said, well, the woman can be providing love and care and nurturing and all of these things.
Right.
The difference is this: the woman without any kids can do the same thing.
Right. But
listen. The difference is this: the woman without any kids does the same exact untangible things that can be valued as tangible. And I would agree that men generally, we don't even look for a woman to protect and provide. So we're not really looking for the tangible in that aspect.
Sure.
This doesn't mean that we want to take on more tangible things, right? You are actually the thing that the tangible thing, meaning that you're looking for the man to protect and provide for you. So I'm saying that the man would not only have to protect and provide for you, but also your kids as well. So that would be considered baggage, because the woman without kids, what can she do? She can do everything that you can do. Give all of those untangible things that bring value to a man, but she's not bringing this extra baggage. That's all I'm saying.
But real brief, earlier we expressed on how you can't control your emotions. I could see a single woman that can come in and provide everything a woman with kid can, but she don't have the baggage. Yet that's not who I'm interested in. I'm interested in the one with the baggage. You don't pick and choose who you become interested in, who you emotionally want to be attached to. Maybe you choose the one.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense because you're saying, why would I pick a woman with kids? And when there's other women without kids, you might just be interested in the one with the kids.
No.
So whether she had kids or not doesn't even play a part in the equation.
You have to cycle this into what she was speaking about, because that's the conversation we're having. She's saying that she has all of these prerequisites that a man has to meet in order to get a date with her. Pay for her hair, her nails, send her money. And then I'm asking, what does this man get in return? The man gets a woman with kids, and all the man gets is her time and attention. That's nothing. The man is doing all of this and not getting anything in return. Like nothing is even guaranteed on this first date at all.
So
and let's I got you. I'm gonna have you speak in a second. I want to hear your thoughts. But let's wrap this up too. Package it up. If we package it up, the man gets nothing in return. Nothing in return. Nothing is actually expected from your end to give him. He's okay. I mean, it's not guaranteed. What's guaranteed from your end, well, in order for him to get the date, he gotta do X, Y, Z. But once he gets the date, he don't get sex. That's not guaranteed. He don't get no head. That ain't guaranteed. What do niggas want? Niggas want sex. We don't even get that. You get what I'm saying? We get a chick that got some kids, or we gotta wait till that little nigga fall asleep. Maybe we get to eat a fruit snack or drink some juicy juice. That's about it after we bust a nut, but that ain't nothing special. What does the man get? We're speaking about the man has to do all of this but get little in return. That's what we're speaking about.
So what does the man want? What?
Oh, what you mean in regards, Zaraz? What you mean as far as the equal value exchange?
So what would a man be looking for that?
And I want to touch on a couple of things because
Hold
we
up.
just spent through so many topics. And
Let's do real quick. One mic at a time. Keep that thought because she did want to go first. Keep that thought though. Go ahead.
Okay, so we just spent through 3 topics. I want to, and please help me because I wanted to make a comment on each 3 of the topics that we just spent past. But one of the topics was that you said that number one, I want to say that a child, whether it's coming from a single father or a single mother, on neither end is it baggage. And what I want to make clear is that money is not the most important thing. It is an important thing. It is a tool. It is a means to certain aspects of life.
I agree.
But you can bring money and be one of the worst people that a person could experience in their entire lives. Now, to minimize a woman's contribution to a relationship and think that money is the only thing that holds importance in a relationship. So,
oh yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, if the man chooses to be with that woman who got that baggage, yeah, that's on him. But more than likely, most men, if he is choosing her, yeah, he's just trying to get in her box. He ain't got to pick her knowing she came with baggage. He picked her. Yeah. Some men, yeah, I agree with that. But I wouldn't advocate for it. I wouldn't advocate for him to do that.
It was kind of like a lack of emotional maturity, and it shows a lack of.
It's
like,
shallow.
just like,
Money,
it's very shallow.
Money has really no meaning to it. It's not. You don't get any meaning from
money. You have to have money to buy certain things, like to put a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Food costs money, right? But we have to just keep things in a full perspective to understand that when a man and a woman come together, you guys are both two halves of a whole, right? You guys come together and you create one. Now, like I said, neither a child from you or a child from me. Neither a child from you or a child from me would be baggage. Why? Because just because you might pay for some things for my child, right? You as a single father or me as a single mother, you're paying for things for my child. Okay, that's one thing that you bring. If you're a single father and I'm coming into that child's life, I'm raising your child now, right?
No, you're not.
A single father,
not yet. You're not.
Assuming that the mother's not around or not fit or whatever the case is, right? I'm raising your child. I'm nurturing him, right? Psychologically, children who aren't raised in affectionate homes with nurturance grow up to be less emotionally stable, less able to regulate their emotions. What I'm doing is I'm helping you raise up a functioning, healthy human being, which is more important, I would say, than how much money you might have been able to use to put clothes on his back or maybe to buy him a toy. He didn't worry about whether or not daddy put a roof on his head. He worried about whether daddy was yelling and screaming every day or whether he spoke life into
real quick,
him, or whether he encouraged
real quick,
the
I get
woman
what
that
you
he saw
I get what
that
you're
was
saying real
raising
quick.
him as a mother.
I get no, I 100% get what you're saying, and that part I would agree with. The part of like meaning that, well, it's more to it than just the money. There's nurturing aspect. There's things that's good for the child. We're not speaking on that part. We're speaking on the individual basis because we're all individuals. So you're saying that, well, you don't think that it's baggage. You don't think that, well, a woman dating a single father is baggage. There's no baggage there, or a man dating a single mother, there's no baggage there. The truth is, be also on hands ready. The truth is that no, it is baggage. I would say one, it's baggage on both ends, but it's more baggage on the woman's end. Like, you ladies don't even think about this. The fact that if you're a single mother and you're dating a man with no kids, he has no kids. When he enters that relationship, at some point you are expecting this man to provide and protect your kid. If he doesn't do that, you're not really going to look at him as a man. So this is like an expectation from the current man that you're dating. You get that? Now, when you're dating this man that has kids, when you're dating this man and you have kids, does this man have authority to discipline your kids?
I think that is a conversation that has to be had. But
correct.
I think also if that is a parental figure in the home, and as long as there's boundaries that you both agree on, absolutely.
So think about that.
I agree. That's an adult.
Would you like me to chime in? Because I'm
you can chime in. Yeah.
Yes, I have a child. He's 5 years old and he's in baseball. So we do discipline him. We go to his baseball games. My boyfriend and I, and also my son's father is also active in his life, and we go and he disciplines him.
Let me ask another question.
We live together. He disciplines him as well.
Let's see if this is true. Just gonna give names. Bradley. That's the boyfriend's name, Bradley. Your son's name, Kenny. All right, that's your son's name, Kenny. Kenny's acting up. Bradley smacks Kenny. I told you don't do that anymore. Get in your room. You come home. Kenny tells you, Bradley smacked me. Are you going to go ahead and speak to Bradley and say why you smacked Kenny?
Yes.
Or are you going to be like, all right, well, Bradley smacked you. Well, you must have been doing something wrong.
But I would have had the same
No,
question.
we need one mic at a time. Who want to go first?
Number one, they wouldn't be by themselves. Like, my man's gonna be at work, so when do he have time to slap him if I'm not there? That was not happening.
No,
And
this is
number
a
two,
this is a hypothetical.
If it did happen,
Hypothetically speaking,
I would call my baby daddy, and he would be getting his ass beat.
Okay,
Because
so
you're not touching my son. You're my boyfriend. That's just not gonna happen.
No. Yeah,
That's
there
my
it is.
child. First, I'm a mother first, and I'm a woman after.
Yeah.
You just clearly proved his fucking point. You clearly just proved the fucking point. You clearly just proved his point. The guy, because he ain't talking about the father, he talking about the boyfriend. Would you allow him to discipline? Oh yeah, we discipline him. Who? Now you gonna go call the baby father because he smacked the kid, right? Because he was doing wrong. You're proving the point. I'm a mother first, and then I'm a woman second.
So that's not happening.
You tell it, Queen. You tell it, Queen.
Allow me to get
What
in
about
there.
you?
Allow me to get in there. So, quickly, very brief. Bradley would not have to provide for my kid. Don, what is it, Mikey, Kinky, whatever? He has.
real
he
quick.
has a father.
I get it.
Let me get there now to this part.
Hypothetical.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me stick to the hypothetical. Now, I am going to ask Bradley. He smacked me up. Oh, okay. Hey, Bradley, what happened? What? If you have the authority to provide for my kid, you also have the authority to discipline my kid under certain circumstances. So I'm going to ask Bradley.
No. Ain't no certain circumstance my ass. No, if I'm providing for you and your little badass kid, if I'm providing for them, guess what? I get full authority. If that means I need to go sit down and have a conversation with your baby daddy and let him know, listen, big dog, they in my crib, they in my house. I'm taking care of both of their asses. They taking my hard-earned money. I'm spending my hard-earned money on them. I'm giving them a roof over their head, and I'm giving them food to fucking eat. And they sleeping in my beds that I paid for. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. If you don't want me to discipline your child, that means sometimes it may be some spanking happening. If you don't want me to do that, I'm going to need you to come and get your kid right now, and they're going to live with you. That's what's going to happen. And if you and your baby mother cannot come to an agreement and understand that you, as a father, you ain't got no say-so under my roof and what goes on in my house. So if you don't want me to put my hands on your kid, mind you, I'm not going to beat your kid. I'm not going to do that. But I will put my hands on their behind and I will spank the shit out them when it's deserved. If you can't handle that, come and get your kid and they going to live with you. Because they're not going to live under my roof. If I don't have full disciplinary, if I don't have the full authority in my own house and the bills that I pay for in my house. Ain't no fucking conditions. The condition is you under my roof, you go by my rules. If I need to discipline you, it will happen. If you don't want that, guess what? Go to your father's house. You ain't finna live here. It is what it is. Call it like I see it.
What happened?
There's
so
no
based on
accent.
what happened. Oh no, but I will. Based on because when what's the kid's name again?
Kenny.
When Kenny has any needs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and I need Bradley to cover. Bradley comes and covers.
But smacking him physically?
We don't. I would have smacked Kenny myself if he would have done whatever
but
he
that's
did.
not his father. So red flag.
So
what?
I'll take that red
There you
flag.
go.
Okay.
I'll take that red flag.
Real quick. I get it real quick. Let's stick here. Let me hear your answer.
That's kind of like, that's exactly where I was going to
But
go with that.
let's stick with the
topic.
hypothetical.
Right.
Remember, the hypothetical is you not home, Kenny acting up. Bradley, that's your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He got no kids. He disciplining your kid. He smacks Kenny across his face. Kenny goes flying. Boom. Go in your room, Kenny.
That's not happening.
I'm gonna smack him across the face though, but on the behind for sure. Across the face is kind of wild. I wouldn't do that.
Are you going to tolerate that? What's going to be your response?
I think it's all situational. to be honest with you.
But but that is the situation now. Stick with the
No, but
hypothetical.
I think it is situational, and as far as the dynamic within the home and your relationship and your children.
Okay, let me map it out real quick.
Okay.
Let me map it out real quick. Just because I see you want more context.
Correct.
I'll put a little bit more.
There's a lot of gray area.
Fair enough. I'll put a little bit more context for you since you're asking for the hypothetical. You've been in a relationship with Bradley for 2 years.
Okay.
Relationship with him for 2 years, and you two, you could live together or not live together. It really doesn't matter. It's just the fact that he's home with the child, with your child, and he's disciplining your child, and he smacks them and tells them to go to the room. What's going to be your reaction now?
I think I'm going to kind of ask both questions. As far as tell me what happened.
Fair. Will you be upset
if the response is not?
I'm not. I'm going to ask the questions I need to ask first to have full context.
When you're done,
real quick,
because you never, until I have that information, there could have been a very serious situation. It could have just been, an accident. Say Bradley was like, hey, I made this mistake by accident. And
how old's the child?
Okay, but
I think there's also
the child is of age, but it doesn't even matter how old the child is. The reason, real quick, just give me 2 seconds to lay my plan. I got you. I really want to hear your thoughts on it too.
Okay.
The reason why I asked this question to express to you how can a man have all this responsibility of protecting and providing for you and providing for your child, but he has no authority of disciplining your child, meaning that responsibility without authority is essentially slavery. This man is taking care of you and your kids, but he can't discipline his kids. Imagine if it was reversed and you were taking care of his kid, but he was like, I don't want you nurturing my daughter. You'd be like, wait, what? This is innate in me. This is a natural reaction for me to be nurturing, but you don't want me nurturing your daughter? Right. That's the same thing. It's an innate reaction for the man to discipline a child. He's already protecting and providing. The natural response would be to discipline this child, but you're trying to take this away. So all of this responsibility, but zero authority. So when I say that single mothers, from a general standpoint, a man with no kids dating a single mother, that's a red flag. That's so much baggage and so much responsibility that this man is taking on, and he gets really nothing in return. Like, you're doing all of this just for a little bit of box? Right. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So I'll go ahead and lay my plan there. What's your thoughts?
So to answer that question, right? And you said again, because I think all of us has a response to each question that you ask before we all want to hear what everybody has to say and what you have to say as well. So I know you had an answer to that question as well, but my answer was that as far as your scenario that you created, right? You said that the child was at home with Bradley. Yes.
Yeah.
So now in that case that Bradley disciplined the child, you said, would that be acceptable? What was the question? Because I wanted to add before you got off.
You got kids?
Yes, I do. I have a child. Yes.
Oh, you have a child, and
So
you've been in
said
situations like
Bradley-
this?
No, I because you started talking, so I kind of we got away from it before everybody else got.
Okay, so yeah, the hypothetical is Bradley is home with Kenny.
Right.
Kenny is your child. Bradley's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right. Bradley sees that Kenny is doing something bad. He's not listening. He's being insubordinate. He slaps Kenny across the face. Says, "Go to your room." You come home. What you doing?
So now my answer is that if I felt comfortable enough to leave my child at home with, who was the boyfriend, Bradley, then that means that, yes, I trust his vision and I trust him to be responsible enough for my child, or else I wouldn't have left my child alone with him. So that means that he's to look after him, to ensure his safety, and also to discipline him if needs be. So if my partner disciplined my child while I was away, then yes, I am okay with that discipline. Now, yes, I'm going to have a conversation with my partner as to what happened. But at the end of the day, I'm not leaving my child alone in the house or wherever the case is with a man that I don't trust. I'm not going to be in a relationship with a man where I don't trust him. I don't.
Well, yeah, he's posing the hypothetical that the kid just being insubordinate, the kid's not listening, he just being a badass, and so therefore it warranted the smack. That's basically what he's saying. So basically, the kid being a badass, he ain't listening, he ain't paying attention, he think he can do what he want to do, so therefore he need to get a quick little tune up.
Trust his principles and his integrity to be able to protect me, to lead me.
Damn, girl, let him fucking play. You talking in circles.
And everything that comes with that partnership, and for his
You
role
just said the
as
same
a
thing
father
4
and
different
as a
times.
husband, etc. So if he disciplined my child while I was away, then yes, I would assume that it was in lines for him to need to be disciplined, and to double check on that, as that is my child and I have a responsibility to my child. I'm going to have the conversation with him to see what happened.
Okay, fair enough.
Damn.
So here's another reason why it's also it's a L when a man, and we kind of see it here, right? It's crazy. Here's the difference. And you said it. You said, if Bradley disciplined my kid and slapped Kenny, he hit my kid, I'm calling the real father to come beat my boyfriend up. So essentially,
she a red flag.
You won't even you would allow the real father to discipline your kid, but the real father isn't no longer protecting and providing for you. But the new man is protecting and providing for you, but he still can't discipline your kid. That's crazy.
Can I explain something?
Sure.
Coolly. Okay, so I was
she toxic.
A CPS worker for a certain amount of my career time.
She's toxic.
With my bachelor's degree, so child protective specialist. And so when you're growing up, when you're in a house and you're raising a child, there's different ways to discipline children. Physical. Can you put the chat, please? There's no reason if you didn't make
the chat out.
If you didn't make that child, you have no reason to physically harm that child. Number one. Number two, I wanna be in a home where there's no physical violence. So him even demonstrating that and portraying that onto my child, that means he could do that to me, and that means I'm gonna condone that.
No, that doesn't mean that. But it means that the man
can
is.
I talk, please? Because I let everyone
real quick,
speak.
I know, but listen.
Can you give me 2 seconds?
I know.
Please?
I got a question just in there because we go on tangents sometimes, but let's have the back and forth real quick. I do want to hear you. I see what you're saying, but the difference that I'm pointing out is you would, correct me if I'm wrong, you would be okay if your baby father disciplined Kenny. That'd be fine. If Kenny acted up with your baby father and your baby father smacked Kenny, said go to the room, you'll be okay with that, right?
Yes, I'll be
now stop it
fine
there.
with that.
Okay, yes, you will be perfectly fine with it. But the new man that is taking on all of this responsibility of protecting and providing for you, this nigga had to pay for your hair, your nails, send you all of this cash app just to get to see you. He's doing all of these things and he's taking care of your kids, but he can't even do the thing that another man can do.
He can raise his voice and discipline him and sit him in the corner. We could sit down at dinner and have a family like civil people. But for you to put your hands on my child that came out of my PUSSY, and that was not your nut, absolutely not.
Exactly.
I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not going to condone that.
And that's exactly why you don't date women that got children. That's exactly why, right there. Just laid it out on the fucking table.
No man is going to hit my child.
And you know
it's
what?
not going to be a conversation. I'm not going to pull him to the side and ask everybody what happened.
Yep, she toxic. There you go. Boyfriend, whoever dating her, leave. Get out of there while you still fucking can. Don't send her no motherfucking money. If the only person that is allowed to put their hands on that kid is the baby's father, tell her goofy ass to go right back to his ass and go be with him. That's what needs to happen. That's exactly what needs to fucking happen. This is exactly why a lot of men, myself included, advocate for men not dating women with children. Because of this right here. Because you want the man to do every single thing. You want him to pay for your bills. You want him to be a protector. You want him to be a provider. You want him to do everything. You want him to pamper you. You want to be the fucking princess. But then he don't have no authority. What kind of shit is that? He don't have no authority or no power over you or your kid. Man, you crazy. You better get the fuck out of my face.
Happened here today. Oh my God. It's not going to be none of that. It's going to be you're done.
I get
and
it.
that's it. Because at the end, that's an ACS case too.
No
So
fucking
you're not gonna.
Ain't no fucking ACS case, man. You pop that kid on his fucking behind because he being a fucking badass. He being a little asshole. He being a little fucking jerk. So therefore, he needs to understand. Like, listen, big dog, you in my crib, you in my house, homie. So you finna sit the fuck down, like I told you to do. I'm gonna give you a chance. If I gotta tell you more than 2 times, we got a problem. If I gotta tell you more than 2 times, we got a problem. I'll give you 2 times. I ain't giving you 3. I'm giving you 2 chances. You got 1 chance. If I got to tell you, hey, bro, sit down, bro. Stop doing that. All right. You got 1 more chance. Listen, bro, this is my last time telling you. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Okay. Then you come back and do it again. Nah, it ain't going to be on the face. It's definitely going to be on your behind, though. 100%. I'm on your ass. And if a woman don't allow that, and if you are a man and you decide to date a woman that has baggage, that has a kid, and she doesn't allow you to discipline the kid, regardless of what she don't do, regardless of the fact that she don't spank her kid, it don't fucking matter. If I am the man of the household, if you are living with me, if I am the one that is providing for you, guess what's gonna happen? It is under my discretion. It is under my authority of what I'm gonna do.
Not gonna put that at risk. You
But it
understand?
would have been the same case from the baby father.
Because he's gonna go to school and he's gonna say, oh, this and that. But my baby.
Okay,
it's
real
just
quick.
different.
Let's stop real quick.
Period.
The thing that we're getting at, we can say, that's what how you want to operate with your child. That's fair enough.
Right.
You don't want the boyfriend putting his hands on your child. But the real father can put this would be true. And you know what? Generally speaking, this is how most single mothers operate when they're dating the new man. This is how most single mothers operate. So it's not what you're saying is not anything like crazy.
Yeah, apparently it is.
No, it's not. The part that's crazy, what you're missing, the part that's crazy is you can't see that another man has to take on all of this responsibility, but he doesn't have the same authority as the man that you're not even with.
That's his business, and that's what he
So
does. And
this is
when
why,
me and him
so
have a
listen,
kid,
this is why, point out this point. This is why when a man with no kids is dating a woman that's a single mother, generally speaking, it's an L. It's not good.
Wow.
It's bad. He's taking on all of this baggage, but he has no authority in that relationship with you and your child. And it's like 2 against 1. This nigga come home walking on eggshells. Oh, Dean, I gotta please her and please this little bad, little nasty, little gremlin looking kid. Dad, I gotta please both of y'all. And then he's in the ultimate form of simping at that point. Full simpery.
Brief. I don't think, because this is what my response was based on. Your hypothetical wasn't literally smacking, like
no, it was smacking.
Physical
it was
abuse.
Smacking.
No, I said that.
I felt as though it was a disciplined purpose.
No,
like
no.
I am disciplined.
So you changed your answer.
No, I'm not changing my answer.
Okay.
But if this man comes into my house and he sees that I never ever put my hands on my kids and that I disciplined them in different ways, I highly doubt that he would feel very comfortably, despite what Kenny did, to put his hands on Kenny.
But what if he did? Now, is what he's saying.
But that is different. That is completely different. And the way I say it different is like if you go and you just like headbutt, like, come on, Kenny, you don't do that.
No,
I'm still going to ask what exactly happened. But if you are doing absolutely everything, not just for me, but also for this kid, you have absolutely every authority because I believe you deserve it. I don't care whether you pay for me, whether you pay for him or whatever. If I don't feel as though you don't have the authority to raise my kid with me, you would not be in a position where you would be able to smack Kenny across the face. So I was truly.
So you agree with me?
I agree with you 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%. I just feel as though if you're doing that, I don't think a man is going to come into your house. I don't believe this.
No,
a man is going to come into your house and sees that you discipline your kids in a different form, and he's going to feel truly comfortable with putting his hands on your kids. I don't think that's
But
that.
what if he doesn't?
generally happens?
Well, I think that too. I'm sorry to
No, you're
interrupt.
fine.
I think that these are all things that, if you're in a healthy relationship, have been discussed and prior to this situation even happening.
Correct.
What are boundaries of you as a woman, as a mother, and also what are his boundaries? So I think that this whole situation probably could be completely avoided with healthy communication.
I 100% agree.
Absolutely.
The L is this.
In that, right.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. That could definitely be avoided if with some communication, you guys go out and point out your boundaries and you figure things out on what's the best way to discipline the kid, the best way to nurture the kid, the best way to have a good family.
Built to ass.
And,
built to ass.
Relationship
Built
going
to
on
ass.
in the household.
Yep, absolutely.
You ladies are missing the point. Like, let me just give you a male's perspective. If I'm dating you, right? No, not even dating you. Say we go out on a date. I know that somebody hit it on the first date. Hypothetically. Meaning that you went out with another guy and you had sex with another guy on the first date. If I don't hit it on the first date too, I think that this other man obviously is doing something better than I did. So what I'm saying is, men, we automatically would think this way. So the fact that the baby father, he doesn't have to worry about having a conversation with you when it comes to disciplining his kid, because it's his kid. He's going to go ahead and discipline his kid how he feels. No, listen, what I'm telling you is, it's not no requirement. You're not even looking at, oh, well, honey, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit Kenny today because he was doing this. He don't have to have this conversation prior to it. He doesn't have to have this conversation afterwards because it's his kid. So therefore, if the real father disciplines his kid, you're not even going to look at it you may feel a little bit like, oh, depending on how you feel about, physical discipline, you may have a different opinion about that, but it isn't going to hit the same if the man that's not the biological father that's disciplining a kid. The reasons I'm saying all of this is to put it in your mind that the man that you're with in a relationship is protecting and providing for you. This is the man that you're sleeping with, submitting to, but he has to ask and communicate to discipline the kid. The real father didn't have to do that. Even if you wanted to communicate with the real father, shut up. This is my kid. I do what I want. Shut up. This is my kid. I do what I want. So I'm saying that if a man is dating a single mother, he's protecting and providing for that woman. He has all of this responsibility. Shut up, woman. I do what I want. All this responsibility, I get a degree of authority. And if you're not with it, that man should leave that single mother.
I see.
So does that same theory apply with, and I'm not saying that I disagree with what you're saying. I'm saying that the man that is raising that child should be able to discipline that child, right? And that goes without saying. But does that also apply with the woman? Say if the woman, you're the single father, and a woman that you're dating is watching your children, all the same scenario, all the same examples that you use, just switching the parentage, right?
Yeah.
She's watching your child and she pops your child, or she smacked your daughter, or whatever the case is, popped her, whatever. And then you came home. Is she allowed to discipline your child the same way?
Well, if you're asking me, so this is my subjective stance. You're not asking my general. Me anecdotally, well, no, the woman's job is not to discipline. That's not her place. That's not her role in the relationship. When women discipline, they discipline normally out of emotions. So now you're being emotional. You're having an emotional reaction hitting my child. So now what you're doing is you're inadvertently putting these type of behaviors in my child. So he's saying you act out emotionally to smack him. He's going to start acting out emotionally as well. Because women can't really, when men whoop children, we don't do like, out of frustration. Like, little nigga, I told
disagree.
You, pop, shut up. From a general standpoint, I know you probably had some experience that you seen that your daddy was hitting you because that nigga was an emotional man. I don't know your situation, but I'm sure you probably seen some emotional men act like women to discipline kids. But generally speaking, men aren't as emotional as women. So when they're disciplining a child, it's normally not out of an emotional reaction response.
Right.
Also, I'll say this.
It's just
right?
consequence.
Normally, the reason why it's not out of an emotional reaction when a man is disciplining a child, because men are very observant. We observe everything. So when Kenny is doing something, stop that. I told you do it again, you're going to get some consequence. Third time, I'm popping you.
Didn't I just say that? But he said 3 times, but I said twice. I said that, right? Didn't I say that? I'm only going to tell you twice. If I got to tell you again, it's over with. That's your ass.
Already letting the kid know, stop doing it. You do it again, there's going to be some consequences for your actions. Women, y'all be doing so much. Oh, I'm finally on the couch. I had a long day. The child is there doing stuff. You're kind of like on your phone. You're ignoring it. Then it builds up and you get emotional. I told you to stop doing it. And then you whoop your kid and it's emotional. And then this kid is seeing his mother act all emotional and stupid. Then this man becomes an emotional man. And guess what? He's an emotional man with his future woman. So this is why single mothers breeds a lot of emotional triggered little boys in society. This is normally what happens.
I disagree. And I don't think that we can say generally men are observant, generally men are patient. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't be in half of the wars that we're in. We wouldn't have half of the domestic violence cases that we're in.
I'm done. I'm not finna do this. Well, I have a great night, Corey. Enjoy hanging out with you for a bit. Keep up the great work. You're a super cool and funny guy. Till next time. Hey, I appreciate you. I thank you. Appreciate you, man. I thank you, man. But well, listen, I'm about to take off anyway. Listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit that bell notification. Listen, let me know what y'all think, man. I think Cooley was right in this situation. You know what I mean? I do believe that it's an L for men to date women with. It's an L for men to date women with children. It is. It's 100% L because you take on all the responsibility as the man of the household, but you're not allowed to discipline that child the way that you see fit. Don't work like that. If you feel that way, you need to take him. And the father is the only one that's able to do that. The biological father. Well, you need to go back to him then. Go back to him. Don't worry. Leave me be. Especially if you living with me and I'm paying for everything, you under my roof. Absolutely not. You crazy as hell. There ain't no conversation. That child, if you decide to bring that child with me, guess what? That child is living with me. I am disciplining that child the way that I see fit. So, but yeah, man. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy. I thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Let's make sure we continue to run this thing up, man. We gotta run this thing up. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm saying it right here. We gotta make millions from the YouTube channel. So I need y'all to make sure y'all sharing this, liking it for the algorithm, bro. It helps the algorithm keep me going, keep me talking about it, sending this shit to other people so they can react to it. You know what I'm saying? Even whether they agree with me or disagree, I really don't care. Visibility, baby, visibility. You feel me? But until next time, man, I'll holler.